All right. Okay. So we have started. Everybody, we are. That's what I just said. Damn it! Couldn't head it off. It's fine. It is. Hi, everybody. We are playing. So, look at that. We are once again playing some D&D, following the ongoing adventures of the Dawnforged company. Bunch of cool kids. Kids. None of them are children.
Well,
not anymore anyway.
Debatably. I mean, he's a man.
by the standards of their species, none of them are children.
There it is. But they recently found themselves. Oh well, yeah. I forgot, chat. You weren't here last session because we got to play in person. So let's go and recap that real quick. Shit happened. No. Let's see. Hey, albino. What the? 30 months? Is that how long have we been? My fucking lord, did we start? Yes, we have. 30 months? Jesus, how long is this game? No. So last time, got the copper back, talked to him through his madness, and rolled insanely well to get him so he would he had a moment of clarity and was like, absorb me, do it now, quickly before I... Yep.
Sir, he was the bronze?
No, rock was the copper that was cracked. It was copper.
No, copper was Chanoth.
Shenoth was bronze.
No, I have got the list right here.
God damn it.
No, damn it, no.
Quick, change it out. Like the copper that's correct.
The bronze that was broken,
Yeah,
I guess?
yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, there you go. If he's wrong, he's right.
Well,
I mean,
there has to be some sort of
dragons,
consistency.
You can just swap them, it's fine. I'm just saying on the documentation for the spectrum that he gave me, he's wrong.
Damn. Well, you know, you can't be right all the time, even when it's your own stuff. Here we go. Yep, copper Chenoth. There it is. Yep. I'm just gonna ignore that. All right. Because, oh, it's really funny because I have it changed below when I went through and did a bunch of stuff in the DM notes. That's why. Yeah. Cool. Anyway. What the hell did I do here? Oh, I see. I see what I did. Yep, that's a dumb thing. Anyway, rolled literally on the 100 on the 100 percentile, so no ill effects from the dragon releasing its body and.
Yeah, that was dumb as shit, dude.
So.
What happened?
Oh, rolling a.
When I rolled that 100 on the fucking T100.
Oh, that was goofy. Yeah.
But then they found out that having an insane dragon inside your head might not be the best thing. When
Insane in the membrane.
and then connected all their brains together, then managed to tamp it back, disconnect, tamp that down, and then reconnect. So, let's see what else happened. You guys did a bunch of. You guys set up the tent as basically a soup house with a bunch of food flowing. As much as you can get out of it in a day.
Refuse to
Like
leave.
SUPAHAUS. Soup house. Soup house.
Soup house.
Soup house.
Welcome to Soup House. We have
Soup
literally
somewhere.
anything you want.
Soup house.
It sounds like that sounds like the hipster
Not
way to
so
spell
for
it.
you.
Oh no. Yeah, let's see what else happened. My brain is toasty.
There was a giant thing that pieced the fuck out.
There was
Yeah.
a small time warp. We fought the mayor again.
Yeah.
Mayor
Ran away.
Oh yeah, it was the
popped
mayor.
the mayor into the air like a big meat pinata, and then he was like, "This isn't fun," and then he left.
Yeah. There was a
Bitch.
big, much more demony than last time looking hill giant who you lifted him in the air and he said, "That's no way to treat a mayor." And like years ago, you guys fought that guy.
Okay, also, I cast Wind Block
Yep.
on everybody, so that's good for 8 hours.
Oh,
I did
yeah.
transport via plants to get close to Vernder.
And I
Yep.
did transport via plants to get
Perfect.
close to Vrinder.
Everybody, make sure you you mark your everything in Roll20 as well, because I know we weren't really using it last time. Well, not all of us were. So just want to double check all your stuff, make sure it's all marked, and we'll go ahead and pick up from there. You guys are in the forests of the outskirts of Aborovan. well, the outskirts of the road that leads to Aborovan, with the largest tree that you can find. You guys are about, 3 hours outside of Vernder by foot, but since you guys are all ghosty and everything, it'll take you like half an hour to get there, because you can move significantly faster. I think it's 300 feet is your base movement or something silly. Like,
Oh.
300 feet, yeah.
Yep.
And has resistance to damage from non-magical weapons.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
The only thing we can do are dash or revert to our normal form.
Alright, so 600 feet every 6 seconds. Zach, how quick is that in miles per hour? Are we cooking finally? Are we going fast enough for you? No? Okay, that's fine.
Are we doing like what?
35.
Damn it.
35 miles an hour.
35 miles per hour.
Hey, that's they used to suspect if you went that fast, your insides would explode. So.
Medieval
You were a
cruising
witch.
speed.
That's
just
technically
women,
faster than
their
dragons.
uteruses.
Given my insides,
Used to
that
think
is when they
women's
explode.
went on trains too fast, their uteruses would just fly right out.
Doctor's
then
like,
it
I
was
don't know how
really
it works.
understood. We really
Oh,
understood
man.
biology in the late
you imagine-
1800s.
Can you imagine if doctors were women back then, and they were like, "Yeah, we're pretty sure your balls will just slide right up inside you forever if you're not careful."
Thing,
Like,
though,
based
that's
on
an
that, it's
actual thing.
based on
Like
fact
the
that I know
uterus
anything
can't.
about it.
You're not getting your
Huh.
uterus out, but your balls will definitely slip up inside you.
That's my thoughts exactly.
Meat
Alright.
bags are weird.
No, I remember there was this like National Geographic thing, and this guy was trying to join a tribe, and part of the ritual was to invert
Oh
the
no!
peen.
Oh no! No! No!
This guy started vomiting the moment they tried.
Oh my
mean-
god!
Oh, they
Invert
wouldn't
the
even let him
peen
do it
sounds like
himself.
a redditor you hate.
Oh no! Oh god! Yeah, no! Like this guy just immediately just.
I mean,
He's like,
top
you can't imagine the pain.
I think the
top
rails we
10.
were on are way over there.
yeah, they're gone. I mean,
We did get thoroughly off of them. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
it's okay. We started with a recap and ended up with inverted penises. This is just how it happens.
Yeah,
What is this,
Some days-
fairly standard
You know.
high-level campaigns.
You know.
Resist. It was right there. It was low-hanging fruit.
I mean,
I thought it was upwards.
Not once
yeah,
it
it's
gets inverted.
technically reverse hanging fruit. Yeah. All right. Ugh.
So anyway, we're going 35 crazy miles per hour.
So fast.
Miles an hour.
Yeah. Oh, if you guys want to turn on cameras, I'm into that. But if you're not, I understand. But yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
right. I enjoyed it. Now, so what would you guys like to do next?
Hmm.
Can
Mayor
we
just
see
left.
Burnder?
You know
Well, we're
which direction
talking
Bender's in.
telepathically now, so basically we just go as fast as we can to Vernder. Everybody in agreement about that? And we
Do we
stay
want
high
to?
enough to avoid getting hit?
Yeah. Do we
Oh.
want to?
Sorry, go ahead.
Do we want to check around at all for the mayor's friends, or what's going on here, or do we just?
No,
Want
he popped out with the gate spell. He's gone for a while.
Okay, so somebody did recognize the spell.
Yeah, I think
Zarek would recognize that
Zarek.
right off the bat. There's no questions asked. That's right up his alley. He knows exactly what that is.
I don't know what spells are. I just make them work.
Spells?
guys
No,
have
no.
to
I do
try?
magic. I don't study spells. That's for nerds. I just do magic.
I just think to myself, that'd be cool if a fireball showed up.
And then an Illithid's on fire.
Good times.
Again, no.
Sorcerers.
All right, what's the plan, man?
I think just head to Burnder.
Yeah,
Okay.
as fast as we can.
How are we going to contact the orcs? Maybe we can think about that while we're headed over.
Okay.
I'm just following. I got no idea what's going on in my own head right now.
Okay. So,
I thought you were like half.
There's a whole undiscussed thing that is fine. Just let's go.
no, actually, you know what? Let's clean house
No,
on
no,
that.
no, do it near the end.
Nah, we'll
It's
do it
funnier.
All right. So one thing we didn't get to do last week was the meeting with the gold. So we're gonna go ahead and take care of that real
love gold.
fast. I love gold. All right. So
That
let's
was
get
awful. Never do it again.
You what I want, sucker?
I mean, what'll be is what'll be. All right. So let's do this one. All right. So, you enter. Oh, it's for blood scale only. All right. So blood scale. You enter the portal. You walk through. You see the gold sitting comfortably on. It's a very big throne made out of some sort of white rock. All around is this kind of cavern. It's not a lot of detail around it. It seems to be carved from some sort of stone, and there seem to be different windows to look out of. And each window you look goes to clearly a different place than it should. There's not just windows, they clearly some sort of portal to look through and see things that are going on.
Yes, portals.
And then
Now you're thinking with portals.
as you walk forward, the gold kind of just tilts his head down. So, focus. Or prism, as you like to say. You think the time has come for my power to mix with the others, that this current threat is one that even the Spectrum cannot stand against alone.
Well, that and the bronze is kind of going apeshit up here.
Don't worry, I agree with you. The Flynn Order come from all planes, and all are reporting instability in their realms. There are reports the Beast of Butchery walks between the material and the abyss. The demon lords are making deals with creatures who can barely fathom the ill fate in store. There's even word that Templewood has become a wandering forest unattached from any plane. I fear Faye are responsible for that.
I only understood like a quarter of that.
My knowledge is something that I will share, and I know you must have many questions, especially of what is to come, of you, of the Spectrum, the future, and questions of the past. Yet time wanes, and need is great. He takes a look around. I have left my orders. I was expecting this day to come much, much sooner. But you have been resilient and not needed it. You have surrounded yourself with those whose power would help hold back the need for me to say goodbye to this place and to my form. I do thank you for that.
You know my end goal is to get you, like, another body, right?
I know.
Okay, as long as you know, that's helpful. Before we do any of the weird brain absorption nonsense, is this gonna fuck over the Flynn Order pretty bad? Or are they gonna be okay?
I believe the Flynn Order will be diminished somewhat by my leaving. I do not know if it is my ego that tells me this, though. The power that I have gifted them is sustainable. They have their instructions on how to continue to become a force for good across all realms. Only time will tell if they are able to maintain the standards that I have set for them. It is in their own hands. Now is the time. Any kind of...
I guess.
We shall talk later. Much more. Hold out your axe.
Show him your axe.
I'll hold out the flat side toward him, though.
Perfect. He's going to just put his massive dragon arm above the axe, and he's going to do like a headphone cord. He's going to cut just like across his hand, and then just squeeze, and then you see as the blood kind of starts to fall, the remaining gold on his form seems to retreat out, leaving just this pale, bleached out, completely whited dragon hide behind. And then
They cut their hand. That seems so painful.
right. And as he continues to squeeze, eventually you see his eyes also, the gold leaches from them, and he closes his eyes. And then the last bit flows down and leaves his body through the blood. The entire time the axe is... You can feel the absorption. There's no pain like with many of the other dragons who are trapped in their blood. This is just... But you do feel just kind of like a calm acceptance. You can feel this latent power that the gold wield. And you watch as the axe begins to change slightly. Not only does the gold dragon head, the eye awakens, but the metal itself has become almost a true platinum, where you can, but beyond that, where you can tilt it and see any of the colors of any of the metals that you've absorbed in the axe. Its very nature changed by this absorption. You feel the mask. You feel the eye slot open.
How many eyes?
And you feel something change. You look down and all of your scales, like there's this flood of color as soon as the eye opens. First a wave of gold, then a wave of silver, and then each color goes throughout your entire body. All of the scarred scales, your red arm, everything flutters all together, and you watch your scales match the color of your axe. This true shifting platinum with every color available from certain angles. You kind of clench your hand and focus on a color. What color do you choose?
Silver would be the most natural.
And you close it, and it becomes... You see the scales shift to silver. You turn it over, and then gold, and blue, and you're able to pull and feel each dragon as they come forward, and as they are now full part mixed in with your own blood. You gain the following. So, with all of the dragons collected, you have the knowledge of the ancients. Once a day, you can attempt to cast legend lore with a 50% chance for it to work. Once a day, you have the breath of the spectrum, which allows you to use all breath weapon charges. So you'd have to have not used any for the day, and make a 90-foot cone. Each creature must make a DC 25 Constitution save, or take 26 D6 and be blinded. Half damage.
Please
no
tell me I have
blindness
this
on a
written
save.
down, because
I do.
I'm falling behind already.
I do. It's all. I have it all ready in a note for you. And then the word of the spectrum. So each dragon may pass to you the original name of their color. This allows you to cast Divine Word with a DC 25 save. Once per dragon. Once ever per dragon. So I'll show you that spell to you. And
Interesting.
the Gift of Dragons. Whenever you gift a dragon to another player, they may convert any damage that they do to that type, whatever type that dragon breath would be. So, if you give somebody the red, they can change any damage that they do to fire damage. If same with any of the colors that you get. This counts for casters, this counts for martial, this counts for everybody. So, if you give somebody the black, they do a fireball, and they're like, nope, it's an acid ball now. So that's the last part. So, let's show that.
Jesus. Full on character level worth of shit here.
Yes. I mean, you guys spent a good amount of time collecting these dragons, so I wanted to make sure
It's
that
true.
it was worth it. So. And that does count for disintegrate. Zarek, I know you're thinking it.
Does that mean we can make a holy disintegrate if we wanted?
Yeah.
Radiant disintegrate.
Yeah.
I mean,
Fuck
it's
up a
disintegrate
zombie.
force, one of the least
force.
resisted things in the entire game. So
True, but I don't
But
think
it's
anybody
something
gets
demon-looking.
weak to force, right?
Does it have to be a spell? Could it be an arrow?
No,
So
it
you
can be
turn to
any
lightning
damage. Any
that I
damage.
could then maximize
Maximize.
with my channel divinity.
Mhm.
he said Annie.
I have to do math.
He's got to figure out what his
I've-
maximized everything is real quick.
I've never heard
Imagine
anyone
who's
that
defending,
excited
like-
about math in my life.
I imagine user feathers just like fluttering and rippling, and I'm.
I could do 200 points of damage with a single arrow.
Oh shit!
So that means 400 if you crit? No, I'm just kidding.
No, that is the crit. That is
Okay,
the crit.
alright, okay, good. Thank God. Alright, so, yeah.
Gross, this would have
those-
gotten way harder, way fast.
So those are the rewards for collecting every single dragon and convincing the crazy one, destroying those who stood against you, collecting those from the blood, changing blood from one type to another with a spell, and collecting the dragons out of order to get them much easier. Like you guys did so much. You've been
with all those things.
Oh yeah, no, like that was the crazy thing is like part of this was the story just wanting this to happen. It felt like so it just, but yeah, with that, the chamber empty, the body of the gold just kind of floats. It doesn't like fall, but it like just gently curls up and looks as if it is sleeping, but instinctually that it is no longer alive.
I think quickly about how I don't have the bag of holding on me because I gave it away. So much harvestables. That would be insensitive.
Wait, what?
He's gonna harvest the parts of the dragon.
That
You
would
would,
be insensitive.
as far as dragon knowledge goes, you would know that there's nothing magical left inside of these. These are just skin and bones. They're nothing really even worth harvesting at this point.
You say that dragon
the
teeth sell,
bones.
boy.
Doubles.
Yeah, because you're in a real money shortage.
You never know.
That's fair. I mean,
Just be aware.
you're allowed to do whatever you want.
I don't know. I got a weird dragon husk. We might be able to shove a color that doesn't exist into anymore at some future point in time. Let's go.
So, quick question:
Yeah.
the divine word,
Yeah.
that can hit friendlies too, right?
So I believe it's numbers. No,
Choose
any
any
creatures
number of creatures you can
yeah,
see. So.
you choose. So it does not
Okay.
hit friendlies.
Okay,
Um,
okay, that's good to know because I'm like, we have an extra planar friend that we plan on summoning. We might need to be careful about that.
So
Oh,
this is the effects of divine word, and
Okay.
so you utter a divine word, which would be the original name of each color as they came into being.
Can I just paste it in the thing? Would that be easier?
Oh yeah, you know what? Actually, just look in your handouts. You should all have it.
easier.
Well, I was looking at it, like I was looking at it. I just didn't see the.
Yeah, choose any
Creatures you
number
can
of
see.
creatures you
Okay.
can see. No.
Yeah, I didn't see that part.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, the main thing she was worried about is, regardless of hit points, any celestial, elemental, fey, or fiend that fails the save is forced back to its plane of origin for 24 hours.
How many times can we do the Gift of Dragons? Can we just do that whenever?
As long as you have the dragon assigned to you, yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
All right. So with that, the portal behind you starts to kind of flash and glow in gold.
Yeah, I'm gonna dip. I already know this portal's like running out of time.
Perfect. All right. And you step back, and then we're gonna go ahead and jump to current, where you guys have just told the mayor to get bent, and
I'll run for office myself.
exactly. All right, and then so, just to reset the kind of setting for this, it is still dark outside. and
Alright.
in the hospital, inhuman darkness, that you were so grateful to escape from the Underdark, and you definitely feel the kind of oppressive presence of the Shadowfell on top of this. So, how would you like to navigate in this darkness?
I mean,
Well, we're high above, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're going up so we can't get hit by anything.
Perfect. So
But we can only see how far?
you guys can see half of whatever your dark vision is.
So
have
30 feet.
There you go. And trees are thinning out quickly because you guys are on the edge of the forest.
Do we have a general idea of which direction Werner is in?
Yes. Yeah, you were able to find the road because this was relatively close to the road that you took out of Vernder, and you can just follow it back northeast. Yeah.
So we're just gonna follow the road and hopefully stay in the same direction until we see lights in the distance, maybe?
Okay, so we're flying 30 feet above the road.
is there any point to stealthing?
If you if you want to,
We
Stealth?
are smoke.
Yeah. That's why I'm like,
We're only going to be able to move 300 feet around at that point.
Yeah.
do you want to do that as we get closer, maybe, or I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could do pass without a trace too, which would make us invisible.
I'm realizing, we should like recruit the Flynn Order, right?
They are expensive. Just to get a message out cost me 5,000 gold.
Right, but like it's the last battle, right? Like if this is the last battle and like their leader or whatever is
This is
part of
not-
it, like could be worth talking to him. Is all I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's a
This
good point.
currently is not the last battle. This is a rescue mission.
Yeah, not this. I just mean when the last battle hits. Talk to him about doing it. Talk to him about what that would look like and get them involved. Just add another force to our forces. You know what I mean?
Orcs may have already left him a bunch of orders, so
Just ask him. I'm just saying if like we might be able to leverage him as an asset to get them on board. With a
Just
super
turn
strong
gold
ally.
and give them orders. That works, right?
There you go. Yeah, that's the same. Open your eye and have him go, you listen to me. If he wants to, obviously. I mean, you shouldn't make him do nothing. But
I can't make him do anything if I wanted to.
yeah, that's kind of the vibe I got.
as you guys are talking and have started your travels.
We're
I need-
psychically talking, by the
Yeah,
way.
yeah. No, I know.
Okay.
I already took that as read. I need everybody to
Cool.
make a wisdom saving throw.
Damn it.
Oh,
I'm so good at those.
Oh, come on. Fuck you. It's one of my best ones.
And how did I do? Oh, I did okay, actually. Look at me.
Okay.
I did the best so far.
Jesus, fuck you! Oh!
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
You got plus 10 crime
Ooh.
Manili.
Fuck, even three's a can't.
Ulu, what's yours? I think this is about to be. Okay, perfect.
Oh, tied for first.
So-
Both the players with plus
Well,
one.
we're going to rescue orcs. This makes sense.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
everyone except for Threeza, Ulu, and Vicer, roll a d6.
Oh,
Damn.
I don't like that.
That's good, right?
Roll it like a
Which is-
G6.
Right.
Ty, I keep thinking of the mayor as the mayor from China, Illinois now.
I mean, close enough.
I don't like this.
Okay, so
Oh, Lord of mercy, guys. Woof.
no, this is great. Okay, so
554.
let's
This
see.
is great!
Roll a d6 for me. Oh wait, no, you passed. Never mind. Is that everybody?
Yeah, I did.
That's everybody. Okay, so
Yeah.
those of you who rolled a 6, you are suffering from this kind of madness of the Shadowfell starts to eke its way inside of your mind.
Oh,
You have disadvantage on ability checks and saving throws that use intelligence, wisdom, or charisma, and you gain the following flaw. I can't tell what's real anymore.
Oh, no.
No!
If you rolled a
This
4,
is terrible, but I'm excited.
Can you put these in the chat for the
yeah, absolutely. Hold on. If you rolled a 4 or a 5, you are suffering from dread. You have disadvantage on all saving throws and gain the following flaw. Yep. I am convinced that this place is going to kill me.
Fuck that! My Black Dragon Mask kicks in. I'm wasting that resistance now. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, nah, dog. Yeah, nah. Nah.
It's
Wait, does it
Yeah,
even
oh,
happen to you because you're not with us?
no,
No,
he
I
is.
am. We jump back
okay.
forward.
Yeah.
Once, let me pull this up. What does the mask do that would stop that?
Just gives me a legendary resistance once per day.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is a good time to use that.
Oh my god. So 2 people can't tell what's real, and
This isn't a spell, is it?
Nope. This is just this is a regional effect. You cannot counterspell this.
regional effect.
Well, no, I have resistance against spell or advantage against spells on
Is it
saving
spells
throws.
or magical effects?
It is spells. Literally, when I am holding the staff, I have advantage on saving throws against spells.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So,
I
never mind.
also have a dumb question.
Yeah.
Just because I always forget this exists. Mesnos is D10 on saving throws. It says before the effects occur, but I always forget it exists.
You know, you're playing 2 characters. If you want to use that now, I'm okay with it.
Didn't matter. Way to go, Mez, you fucking idiot.
All right, so that's what's going on with y'all. So we're just gonna have some fun. All right, but as you continue to fly over this the darkened forest, did you guys want to do any more discussion on planning and stuff? I didn't mean to interrupt it. As if you guys had any more to do,
I mean, fuck, can I plan?
it's entirely up to you.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so you guys continue. Go ahead.
Does Mesnos have a clock on which of the gaseous forms was Zephyr before?
Yeah, y'all know who is who.
Okay. Boy might not know much, but he knows who he would die for, so...
Smart.
Chilling, just floating along. Doo-doo.
All right, so, as you guys continue, you see ahead there are small dots of light. And as you get closer and closer, even through the magical darkness, you see that there is... You hear it first.
I like that.
First just 1, then 2, then 10, 20. There is an entire huge gnoll army surrounding the city as you fly forward. Hundreds of yipping out, laughing, all some bleeding from the mouth, but still laughing. Others fighting each other. It is
Counterpoint. There's not.
Yeah, no.
No.
How's
That's
that?
fake. That's fake. I don't believe you.
Oh my
Can't be
god.
right.
I've seen some fucked up stuff in the last couple of days. It's just not real. It's fine.
No, I'm pretty
it'll
sure
be
it's
okay.
there.
It'll be okay if we just kind of line them all up on one side. I could probably kill them all at once.
Kill what? Those things? That's a hallucination. It's like those traps in the
Bro.
Underdark.
Bro, it's
No,
there.
I looked right at it.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
it's not.
yeah,
Like,
I'm
dude, you
pretty
are
sure
under
they're
the
there.
effects of something. Okay, you're not even real. You're not.
I'm not real, no. Who's a
You
bro?
don't
It's
have enough
me.
colors. You're just smoke.
What color? What color do you need me to be? I fucking start pulsing rainbow color, just any color. I can do anything. It's me. Remember?
No, I know. It's just
All
you
hail
fell
the
under
glow cloud. Can we just go?
No, it's fine.
But real quick, again, how are we gonna contact these orcs? Are there even any orcs left?
Well, we're gonna go find out. We're gonna see what the camp looks like, and then we'll land in the middle of it, and then become non-gaseous. Well, not in the middle. We need to hide because they might think we're enemies too. So we gotta find like a hut or something that we can be behind and spend a minute changing back into our forms. and then not get shot when we approach them with our hands up in the air.
It's
Let them know we're friends.
Did
Hold
Sutra
on.
have a warehouse she was taking her cart to?
There was Suthra's shop, places in Vernder. It'd be Suthra's shop, Krenzel's shop, the prison that you were in. There's a guard barracks. You can try to get directly into the sewers if you drop down a well. You can go to the Vernder town hall. Those are all places that you've been. Also, just the inn that you stayed in, if it's still standing.
Well, we know Krenzel's shop should be empty.
Friends.
I knew lots of hiding places when I was skulking around here.
That's true.
Are those still viable?
Give me a history check at disadvantage because you don't believe any of this is real.
Yeah, Vernder's fake, man. Birds are just a conspiracy by the government.
Aren't you a
Say this
bird?
as a bird. Yeah, I would fucking know, don't you think?
All right. Well, where were you? Where'd you come from? Which state?
Where did I go? Cotton Eye Joe?
No, you're not Cotton Eye Joe.
No.
If it
like,
weren't
I
for
just-
Cotton
I
Eye
don't-
Joe, you'd have been married long time ago.
While they're doing this, can I try to remember where Krenzel's shop was?
Absolutely. No, you would still know where Krenzel's shop is. There's also the Church of Gond that you can go to. Krenzel's shop, it's
like
really easy
Krenzel's
to-
shop had some secret hideaway or something. Yeah.
Krenzel's shop had a sewer. That's probably not there anymore. Full of fucking toads that shit in their pants, but not enough to be convincing.
Ryan,
If we're on our way to Krenzel's shop, would we be able to see the temple?
Yes.
Does the temple look lit?
So,
it,
um,
it looks lit. For
Or how badly does everything look, first of all, on our way?
okay, so as you guys kind of get an idea, you breathe that. Do we all agree Krenzel's where you're going?
I think so.
Sure,
I'm
yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so as you guys kind of set your course and start to fly over the outer of the city wall, you see inside that there are many, many buildings that have been broken. There's near the gates, there are a patrol of orcs. There's even you would all recognize there's a bear with runes standing near
Rune
one of
bear.
the orcs as it walks and does the perimeter. You guys see that there is many fires that have been set. Lots of things that are burning aren't just firewood. There are beds, there are cots, there are pretty much everything that was inside of the buildings has been pulled out and thrown around and thrown in to make these huge bonfires throughout the entire city to keep it lit. You even see symbols of Gond have been pulled down out of the temple and are also burning. Mostly you see the bear that you recognize is Seruth, that you would know as that was Urzul, champion of Luthic's companion bear that you know does not die from. But you see very
Lucky
few.
bear.
There are, as you continue flying, and there is one pile that the smoke that roils off of it is black. Not the clean white smoke of wood or of linens, but of bodies. You know that there's clearly been, the deceased have been, this is how they've been taken care of, as they're being burned as you fly farther and farther in.
Probably not a bad idea.
You see the dome of the Temple of Gond in the distance as you land in front of Krenzel's shop. And
Ooh, do I see any large trees in the city?
nope, there are no large trees in this desert city. Sorry.
We should have brought a tree.
You said the temple was burned? Sorry.
No, the temple's still there. Its metal dome still shines.
Shines brightly, or just
Yes, but
better than everything else?
There are people inside of there's clearly a fire keeping it lit from inside.
Okay, how far does this temple seem to be from the shop?
So it's about 4 blocks away.
As we're flying to the shop, do these four blocks look like a shit show?
Hard to tell. Those are kind of more where houses and stuff were. So right now that's a darkened part of the city. You do see occasional torch of somebody like walking those streets, but they're very hard to tell anything about those particular streets from where you're at.
Well, what about like the buildings surrounding? Do they look relatively intact, pretty fucked, completely fucked?
As far as you can tell, everything they look okay. Like compared, as far as okay can be in this town right now.
Okay, and one last question: do we know how far away Krenzel's shop is from the outer wall of the city?
Yes, yeah. His outer wall. So he's about. Pull up here 1 second. Krenzel's shop. Yes. So, Krenzel's shop is it's about. It's like 6 blocks in from the wall, kind of between the wall and the dome for the temple.
Is the temple pretty central?
Yeah. There's the temple, which is kind of like, it's almost like 2 sections. Like there's the temple is central to the north, and then the council hall is central to the south. But the temple has kind of its like own district where it has like kind of like walls around its own little kind of smaller district inside of the merchant district.
But for those of us that aren't insane, the gnolls looked on the outer walls, correct?
Yeah, around all of the outer, the entire. They seem to be encircling the entire city.
Okay. It doesn't look like they came from in the city, or we just can't tell.
So far, you haven't seen any in the city. The city seems to be being held by orcs at this point.
Okay. Do we see orcs and stuff around?
Yeah. You've seen orcs holding the front gate, patrolling. You even saw the half-orc innkeeper that you guys stayed with when you were last here. You recognize him as there's a group kind of pulling things out of houses and throwing them on fires.
Krenzel's shop being a blacksmith shop should have some sort of chimney.
Yep, absolutely. There's a chimney right over the forges, which are
we-
cold.
Are we breaking in somewhere?
Does it seem like there's smoke coming out of said chimney?
Not right now.
So gas might be able to get down said chimney.
Yeah.
Oh, that's disappointing.
You don't even think this is real, it's fine.
You're not real. There's fucking
I'm
dragons in your
real.
head, man. You see that guy over there? He's looking at a box and talking into a piece of foam, describing this to a bunch of yahoos looking at different boxes. Nothing is real.
What are you
No.
talking about?
You know, I've had this dream once.
Oh Lord, have mercy! This is like that time we all used True Sight and it got too far. So like,
Right.
we established that doesn't make this not real though.
Unless this entirety has not been real. And
I mean,
Everything
look,
since the Feywild has just been... a
why the
trip to
Feywild? That's
True
so.
Sight. Because shit got weird.
Sure. I don't. So like, you'd still have to get through it, right? And the only way to
We're
do that
already
is to
dead.
do your best, right?
I'm going to dip down the chimney the moment we get close.
All right. You guys fly through the chimney into Krenzel's shop. Everything's exactly the way you remember it. Except for it's weird. The lights are still somehow on due to some tinkering and stuff. There are.
It's the first D&D map I ever saw my character on. Kind of cool.
And it might be your last.
It's clearly not real. I've been here before. I remember this place. I can't have come here. This place is gone.
What?
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 You're here!
Yeah.
It's obviously
Yeah.
here!
No, it's not
Yeah.
real.
It's alright, man.
The
What
sooner
is
you guys
going
realize
on
this,
with you?
the better.
I know.
I'm gonna start my minute shift back.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'm also gonna start shifting, and I'm also going to mention, if we get in a really tight spot, I can grow a tree in the middle of the city.
Oh, that'd be good, yeah. Oh, that'd be fantastic.
It would cost me my staff,
I hate fake
That's a
trees.
hard maybe.
and I somehow think somebody had this planned from the beginning.
I don't.
He has no
Yeah.
idea what you're talking about.
It's
I'm
just
sure.
a desert city. There's no malicious things going on.
Zephyr.
Huh.
When we have shifted back, I need you to look at my face and then listen to me. When I
Okay.
say if we can get a bunch of the things outside into a big old kind of line, I could probably murder them all at the same time.
Why do you think you could do that?
You will see when I shift back.
Powers of imagination.
I mean, has he ever really disappointed when he says he's going to say something like this? I'm just more convinced that you guys are all like going to get me killed. Like this entire thing.
Zephyr, just don't stand in front of me and you'll be fine this time, okay?
I love you, but sometimes I have a hard time trusting you.
That's both relationships.
Zephyr, it's fine. If you die, you just wake up.
Alright, you. What?
Mesnos turns to you, Uza.
Hold on.
Mesnos turns to Uza and he's like, if you die in the dream, what if you die for real?
There's
What
only
are you
one way
on
to
about?
tell as I draw my dagger.
You're so.
Hold on, yeah.
Whoa, who's the-
There have got to be a lot of ways to know that it's not that, because, like, dude, you're not asleep right now. You're awake. This is all real. It's happening. What is going on with you? Look in my face. Look at me.
Yeah, No, I see you. I see what my mind remembers as you.
Right, that's how it works. Now, hold on.
You know, I think we're all just.
Can I
Fine.
do an Arcana check on Uza?
Yeah, absolutely.
And just like an investigation, like I just want to see what the fuck I can figure out.
Yeah,
God,
absolutely.
what if there is Freddy Krueger rules?
What'd you say, Ty?
Absolutely. So, 22. So, with a 22, you kind of like start like you're looking at Uza, and then you just like his eyes aren't, the light isn't shining off of them. There's something going on. Like there's clearly something about this darkness that you've been in, and you felt it a little bit. Like it's an oppressive kind of darkness. There's something weird about it, but staring into it now, you see it's affected his mind.
Zarek, will you take a look at this? I think something's wrong with Uza. His eyes are weird. No, yeah, no, but I think you're under some sort of magic. I really do. That's why you can't figure out what's going on.
What if magic's not real?
I mean, if magic's not real, then why did the people I hit with fireballs disappear?
They weren't real. The only magic that's real is illusionary magic.
Yeah, like I said, there's something going on with him, Zarek. Can you take a look at this?
So, Zarek, do you want to? What would you like to try?
Zarek's gonna do detect thoughts.
Okay. Perfect. So, B, you do feel the constant flow of deny. Or do you try to save against it, or do you allow this to happen, Uza?
I don't know what's real, so I would probably try to save, but I have disadvantage.
Perfect. Wisdom saving throw, disadvantage.
Watch, this is the time I'm going to knock it out of the park.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Just enough. Wait, your DC's 16, Zarek? Is that right? I think it had a higher DC
I don't
than
know
that.
why it would be.
Yeah, I don't either.
No.
Yeah, hold on. Let's double
Yeah,
check.
my normal save DC is 19, so I don't
It
know
should
why
it
that's
should be
wrong.
going off of, yeah, I don't know, it's your normal spell DCV. It should not change
Yeah.
for a certain spell. So it's a 19. So you do end up casting Detect Thoughts.
Yeah.
So the biggest thought he probably hears, especially if he's diving deeper, is I'm seriously considering, like, how much pain can I tolerate before I wake up? And thinking about what part of my hand to cut in order to wake myself up.
I said always hands.
His hands with this guy.
It's like
He's
the
like
worst spot to
Mr.
cut.
Hands.
You didn't use your hand.
That's a good point. I should use my forearm. Like that.
Alright, hold on now, stop it. I told you
Winchesters.
you're crazy, right? I told you, I said there's something wrong with you. Try and hold
I'm
on
not
to
crazy.
just that.
You're crazy.
Look, if I'm crazy, that doesn't make you not crazy, alright? I'm just trying to let you know for a fact that I know there's something wrong with your brain, alright? So there's a bug in your brain and it makes you insane. Now give me a second here.
What do you think,
Does Zarek
Nose?
detect anything about the thoughts that mark them like
Is
an unnatural origin, or just
Give me an Arcana check, because they are clearly, it's very out of character for him for sure. So with the 13, yeah, there's definitely with your knowledge of the Shadowfell, you know the Shadowfell has a noted effect on people who travel within it who are not from the Shadowfell. You would know that madness from the Shadowfell is it can affect. It affects people, and they can fall into this kind of despair that has a magical effect on them. So you would definitely recognize this as that exact thing. Like, this is magical effects brought on by the Shadowfell. It is, with your planar knowledge, you would definitely know that that's what's going on.
Okay. Does that give me adequate insight to recognize the dread myself as being a magical effect?
You can recognize it, but there's nothing you can do to make it go away. It's embedded in you at this point.
Not even dispel magic? Get rid of a magical effect?
Ooh, let me take a look here. See if these count as a magical effect. I believe they might, so hold on.
That'd be sick.
I mean, you used that phrase several times while describing it, which is why I came up with this.
So it's weird. They can't get it.
1, 2, 3, got him.
I'm gonna say yes, because it says if they recognize that they are affected by the despair effect, they can attempt to overcome it after finishing a long rest. But with your planar knowledge and with the there is another spell that you can use that's close in level and everything like that. So I'm going to say yeah. Actually, that's even more higher than the spell that they said can counteract it. So I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say that. I'm going to let that. Yeah, you can dispel the effect. Sorry, are you dispelling yourself or Uza? Or anybody else who might be quietly...
I'm going to start with Uza because he seems, close to hurting himself.
Okay. I'm gonna go around the rest of the group and try and looking at their eyes and seeing if I can figure out who else is affected.
Okay, perfect. So, Zarek, you look at Uza and you kind of take a look, and then you pretend to you're gonna turn around for a second, and then you under your hand trace the runes and hold the magic in your hand, and then as you turn back, you're and you just slam it into Uza's chest while he's not before he can do anything, and then bam, the magic. Uza, you feel the sense that this is a dream. You feel that all of a sudden shatter, and everything is terrifyingly real.
I'm gonna drop my dagger. Okay, all right, thank you. That was close.
Feeling better.
Yes and no. Yes, in the fact that I'm not crazy anymore.
You're welcome.
No, in the fact that I was about to. Yes, thank you, Viceair. You are the real Viceair. You stood up. Thank you.
All right. All right, I'm gonna go.
Someone should also help Mesnos.
So Arcana.
We were kind of on the same.
Yeah. Now it's Zarek's turn.
Perfect.
I'm gonna start checking the rest of the group.
Okay, Arcana check for let's see who you. So next in line would be.
Call them out all fucking.
Right, roll for Zephyr.
Blow.
Seems fine. Roll for Mesnos. Mesnos is
Got
definitely
one!
being affected. Yep.
And boop. We're running through Staff of the Magi charges, though.
Yeah, we are.
Isn't that a good thing?
No.
Oh.
Well, I explained to him that I have dispel magic, so...
Okay. Alright, so we got more in the chamber if we need them. Thank God.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can cast it 11 more times, but...
Yeah.
Perfect.
Who else do I need to check?
Stuff I can't cast.
So
otherwise.
you go through and you check everybody else, and no one else seems to be. You're not able to detect anybody else being affected by it.
Okay. Alright, I think we're good. Anyone feeling weird? We're all good.
Wait a minute.
Yeah?
Hold on.
This place is going to kill me.
Okay. Yeah. There we go.
We're gonna die.
I think maybe need a little double check over here. Nope, you look fine. I don't know. Just try and relax. It just might be normal stress.
You're muted, but yes?
Zephyr, come here.
What?
If this doesn't change your mind, just dispel magic on yourself, okay?
Well, I feel fine.
I put the silver in her staff.
Okay. Let's see. Putting the silver in the staff. With this magical effect in place, it's really hard to concentrate to be able to hear the silver. So you can't, like, even the power of the silver seems muted and far because this place is going to kill you.
I don't know what you expected to happen with that, but
You don't feel better?
Nah.
What?
Can you do what I asked you to then, please?
I cast Dispel Magic on myself. And, like, it's not gonna work. I'm just being logical. We're fucking dead.
That's true of everything we do.
And then I feel fine.
All of a sudden, that certainty of doom and death leaves you.
I'm sorry. I really thought you were fine. I thought my bad. It's really hard to tell sometimes. Sorry.
I'm really, I can be emo sometimes. It's hard to tell.
I'm gonna pull the silver back.
Silverback.
Perfect. And you notice when the rest of you saw when he put the silver in, all of the scar scales and everything comes back, and his red arm, everything suddenly shimmers back into its place where you remember it. And then when he takes the silver back, again, there's you guys see the pulse across his scales as they become uniform and platinum again.
It's like the world's best tattoo.
I don't know, it's making me question a few of my own beliefs, but that's neither here nor there.
Oh, Lord.
Well, we gotta figure out what we're gonna do for the people here now that we're all corporeal and okay, right? Everybody's good?
I think we need to make sure that we're secure here because we've just been talking here like a bunch of jackasses for the past 10 minutes. And
Hey, where's
the
Krenzel?
building here.
Where is Krenzel?
Yeah.
He's a Kern!
Okay.
Yeah, you guys
Right.
have seen him in Kern. Yeah, you guys know he's there.
Yeah, we sent him a shitload of Electrum and blew up a box.
Right.
Well, we didn't.
I was thinking of the other fella. My bad.
Imzik?
Yeah. Their names always reverse me. Anyway, let's just take a look around the shop, I guess. If there's anything.
Anybody who wants to, if you're looking for something, investigation check. If you're just trying to look around, perception check.
I am going to do the good old-fashioned rogue once-over.
All right.
That seems good.
Natural 1.
There's
So 22.
your mind is still kind of blown by the experience you've just been through of things suddenly. You basically woke up while already being awake, and that's just it. And so you realize you catch yourself going through the motions of investigating, and you realize you're not really paying attention to that. You're just
It's like when you fly home and all of a sudden you're there. You don't remember how you got there.
Actually, quick question.
Yeah.
Does Mesnos notice that he's a bit out of it still?
Mesnos got cured.
No. That Uza's still, during his investigation, still like kind of shell shocked.
Let's see. Roll his. Yeah, I'd say yeah, because it's like it's like watching somebody like trying to read a book, and then you realize they like shake their head, and then they go back and they turn a page back because they realize they haven't been actually reading a book. They've just been staring at it for 30
Who's
pages.
decent at investigation will just go over to Uza and be like, "I'll help."
So go ahead and roll an investigation for. Yeah, just go ahead and roll again since you're getting the help action. And then let's see, 2014 and 28. All right, nice. And a 27. All right, cool.
Oh yeah, that countertop is real. Thank you.
So you guys kind of give like looking over the shop. Everything seems to be kind of the way you remember it. It looks there's something kind of strange. There are very clearly orcish weapons on the workbench. And while the forge is cool, it's not cold. Somebody has been using this recently and it looks like they've been working on orc weapons. You can tell the weapons on the table. They're vicious weapons. Like they have it's not just a flat kind of for cut. It's got like jagged edges and things like that to kind of serrate as it cuts through. But there's a bunch of barbs and stuff and sides that have been broken off. So you get the idea that somebody's been working here, so they might come back soon. Other than that, you check the trapdoor to the Thieves Guild that you know lies underneath into the sewer, and it is completely sealed off. It is just a cooling well now.
Maybe that means sewers are not the best place to go.
So
I think we need to talk to the orcs for here.
Make a history check for me. Actually, no, this would be actually, Uza, just give me a straight. Oh shit! Wait, you rolled a 27. That's really high. I forgot because that's only. So with a 27. With 27, you would find there is Thieves' Cant around the. It's like above as you look up from like if you look down to Carewater, if you look up, there's Thieves' Cant, and it says and whoever left it, it just says spot cleared, no longer safe. The kind of symbols there, and
Don't dead open inside.
Don't dead open inside. See this here says thieves can't enter, or anyone else. See what I did there? Thieves can't. Yeah, don't go down there.
What?
It's not the down there. The secret entrance.
Hey, but I'm not a thief. Does that mean I'll be all right?
I mean, you could try.
I mean, that's where it doesn't matter, I guess. But we should probably talk to some of the orcs and figure out what's going on, right?
Yeah, because do we plan on trying to evacuate this whole town?
Oh. Like I
All I
said,
heard was.
I said that's the hope.
Oh, that's the hope. Okay.
We
Well-
could do that with my staff. I would have to leave my staff behind and maybe get it a few years later. Who knows? Because
What
it'll
if-
stay a tree as long as I don't
Well,
say
what
the
if-
word to revert it back.
What if you make it a tree? That's super cool. What if you make it a tree, and then get all the other people into it?
Yep.
And then you unmake it a tree, and then we just turn into
Fly.
farts and go outside of town.
That's a pretty good plan, honestly.
Well,
Thank you.
basically because I have burnt my spell for transport via plants and Windwalk to get us here.
So we could do it tomorrow, though?
I can't cast anything else higher. I would have to blow my 8th and 9th level spells, so... But if that's the safest answer and that's what'll get us to do it, then... No, because I would have to cast Transport via Plants, so that would take my 8th level spell.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, that just means we can't do it tonight. We can spend a couple of days working on it. You don't have to lose the staff. It's just a matter of.
We might not have to. We might not have to wait.
Or again, hear me out.
I can cast it twice more.
Or again, hear me out.
Yeah?
We get a bunch of those assholes together outside, and I just melt them all.
I mean, I just want to see that.
You're really sure you're gonna be able to kill an entire army? Is that what's happening here?
You remember when I could spray stuff out of my face and it hurt like a bastard?
Of course.
Do you see each one of these eyes?
I mean, but you
All
think
at the
you're
same
gonna...
time.
You think you're gonna kill all of the guys out? Well, here's what we do, right? Why not do both, right? We'll set up the tree in the center of the city, and cast transferring plants.
More of a last resort.
Well, I just mean like we could do both, right? Like we still have to get him to Kern anyway, and the whole plan was to get him to the edge of the forest and transfer via plants anyway. There's only about 48 of them, remember? So, like we get them, right? Am I crazy?
There's only 48 people here?
Isn't that what we found out? There's like 48 orcs here.
I believe it was. You think there's about 60 people in the city?
Oh,
60.
shit! That's like 3 castings.
Okay,
Right.
so
60 people through a door in 6 seconds.
you know,
Yeah, maybe not 6 seconds.
Right.
Oh wait, how many seconds do I get for that?
1 action.
1 action, so that's 6 seconds.
We've done stuff to make it faster in the past, like make the ground behind it a ramp and like all that sort of goofy stuff.
Oh, that could
I think we agreed with all you guys working together. It's about 20 people per cast. That's the max.
So that's
you were able
3
to get.
casts.
Okay, so I
Not
could get
including ourselves.
Yeah.
I could get everybody but 20 people out tonight. We can rest. And then
Or I
can do it
could
again.
I could also just blow a wish and get the last of us through.
Because I can duplicate any spell 8th level or lower.
Is it an 8th level spell?
6th.
6th.
Perfect.
What if you use your wish for Windwalk on us and Zephyr uses all of hers for the?
Yeah,
I
that
guess
works
it's
too.
all it's
That's
6 of one way, half.
Yeah. Well, and we won't need to use gaseous form again if we can get through the tree, right? Oh no, but then to the staff. Okay, yeah. So yeah, never mind. But yeah, that would work, right? I mean,
In order to save the staff, we'd have to go back out into the woods. Which
Yeah.
would mean
and
have
we
to use
should
another...
can, yeah.
What
How-
level spell is that?
This tree thing, how often can you do it?
We're turning the staff into a tree?
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, I just had it and I minimized it and then you guys asked about it.
Yeah.
Alright, so tree form. I can use an action to plant one end of the staff in fertile earth and expend 1 charge to transform. I can do this 10 times.
Uzo,
Damn.
with your 25 passive perception, you hear footsteps outside.
I'm not using my voice.
No, I'm just saying that's
Okay, I'm just saying, like, he shushed us. So I'm going to remind you, I'm not actually speaking out loud.
I'm gonna try and get a peek on who's outside.
Perception check.
When he goes to the door, I'm going to try to get on the other side and just be ready to grab whoever comes in. If
Sure.
anyone comes in.
30! Oh, is that all? No, with a 30, you kind of like peek around the corner. You see there are 2 orcs walking together. One of them is like hulking, and he has a shield on his back, 2 long swords at his side, and he's clearly been doing battle. There's blood on him, and you see the swords by his side they're not even put into full scabbards or anything. It's just a loop. He clearly just clips them in, like buttons them into. They're covered in blood, and the bits. It's definitely rusted, and you'd see that tines have been breaking off, and you recognize it's very similar to the ones that have been thrown on the work table.
Oh, he's gonna come in here. Also, Ulu, you're up, and does he look evil or
Next to him,
crazy?
next to him, you see an orc wearing just kind of flat leather. She has the a symbol like a bear paw, kind of on her stomach is kind of like embroidered there. She doesn't appear. She has like just a walking stick with her. It's decently intricate. Let's see, and intricate with usually means stupid and crazy in your experience. And then behind her is the rune bear Seyduth walking alongside them.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, you don't.
The Undying
Yeah,
Rune
no.
Bear?
He wasn't there for the orc vision.
I wasn't there for that.
Yeah,
I
behind him
will...
you see a bear that is about twice as large as any bear should be, covered in runes that seem to glow with a magical power.
If I've learned anything from Elden Ring, I need to get on my horse and run away. I will describe these individuals to the party via our mental link that I think we have.
Ulu,
And-
history check. Sorry, go ahead.
And yeah, just be like, Ulu, your people are coming? I don't know. Is that racist? Fuck. Shit.
Yeah, well, I skipped history class, so
Is it tragic?
It's
Yeah.
A 0.
it actually is.
Damn.
okay.
You just forgot some history.
I've been hit in the head too many times, actually. Oh.
Yeah.
So,
Legit.
yeah, you have no idea who these orcs are. You don't know what they want here. You don't know anything about them.
What if we all just act like we're working in the shop and we're like, hey!
Norm! No.
Yeah, exactly. Because I feel like if they catch us hiding, it's going to be worse. And also, we have like 5 seconds.
Why don't we just tell them who we are? They know us, right?
No,
We'll just
that's
go,
okay.
hey, it's the Dawnforged company. We have some. You heard you want to get out of the city to safety.
Last time I saw a full-blown orc, man, they tried to kill the shit out of me. So
We're like, well, we'll set up.
Why don't
with
we do this? Everybody stand back away from the door, but face the door. I will stand in front to be the big target in case they decide to attack, and we'll just try to talk.
The door opens as you're thinking this.
Hello!
wave. I'll say in orcish. Hello. They're like super awkward. Hello.
Hello. How are
Both.
y'all today?
Both pull their weapons instantly the moment they see you.
Alright, no need for that. Remember
Then
Dawnforged
they-
company?
You see both of they kind of they're like stand out for a second, and then as they're scanning all of you, they lock on Ulu, and then they.
I start playing the song for the Dawnforged company on my rings.
You play
Timber!
quiet.
Yeah,
Seeing-
quietly.
just like slowly.
Upon seeing Ulu, and you kick off the instruments, they both look at me. War Chief, and they both kneel.
Oh, right. Is that you? I ask Ulu.
I forgot my name. Apparently, I don't know who I am. I'm a
That's
war
it.
chief, I guess.
How did you pick? I didn't. What?
You have
Could
been-
someone explain?
Never mentioned it.
Not looking up, they say, Grumph has chosen her as War Chief. The Blood Eye has blessed her.
Oh shit! I was gonna ask about that. But that
right.
seems
Okay,
rude.
that's what that means.
Alright,
That's
alright.
cool. That's
I
great.
didn't know that. Pretty cool.
Well, cool.
Does-
That just made this so much easier. Let's.
I mean, hopefully, yeah.
Could
Can you
everybody
command
wrap
them to go through the tree?
War Chief, I am Birak, champion of
Birak.
Elneville.
El
And then
Nino.
it says the male in the full armor, and then the
Yes, classic orc dialect right there.
Then the
Sound orcish.
the completely bald female orc suddenly stands up and I am Urzov. Urzov. It's really hard to say. Urzov. Yeah, it's the fucking ruining my own campaign. Let's go. Champion of Luth.
Source of ruin.
Champion
Oh my God, damn it.
of Luthic, and I stand ready.
Alright.
Is it inappropriate for me to hit on someone that I am the war chief for? Yeah, you're right. That's
You know-
inappropriate. I'm
It
not
is
gonna do
slightly
that.
inaccurate.
It's good to be the
Okay.
king. I don't know.
I mean,
Anyway.
Maybe after war.
Yeah, but what if they die? All right. Anyway, this isn't
More reason for you to
helpful.
want to keep them alive.
Alright.
Yeah. How many of you are there?
We total 45 in all.
I was so close!
There are many in this city who still live in the stand beside us, but that is the war tribe.
What's going on with the gnomes outside? The gnolls outside?
They serve the beast. They have come to destroy this city after defiling the desert. And we have decided this will be where we stand.
Would you like to make a better last stand?
Only if it is worthy of death.
It's fighting the god of nightmares. Pretty worthy of death, I'd say. Definitely better than random gnoll army that works for him.
You think it is more than a mere random army. Yinoru, the beast of butchery, stands with them. Towering 14 feet tall, is the lord of all nobles. And to take down such an enemy would be a worthy death. I forgot. I'll show you what they look like.
Dude, she's got some Chung-Li thighs.
She do have that orc thickness about her.
Get up, come on, get down with the thickness.
Oh god.
Uncle Zach's a weirdo.
I see Bloodscale sit in the closest chair with just his face in his hands, just like that.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
And then Bjorn, I regret to inform you, but the champion of Bagdru has fallen in battle with these gnolls. We have lost many in this. We have lost a champion of Bagdru, the Lakebreaker.
Wait, isn't that
We are the
mine?
last two. That is the one that you were part of. Yeah, when you were Vola, you were a champion of Bagdru, which is equivalent. Yeah, exactly.
I'm a champion of Backtrue.
You are not a orc.
I can become an orc.
That's true. I was the champion of Zugath, I think. Is that right? I think so. I don't know. We did a vision quest once with
The
y'all.
champions of Shargas and Yurtis have abandoned us for the safety of walls that will keep them prisoner to battle.
Oh,
Keep them
alright,
from
hold
it
on.
instead of fighting alongside us!
Alright, well, what
Warchief,
walls?
Can you wrangle them to calm the fuck down?
Yeah,
Listen. You guys need to chill for like a second.
Make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
you guys.
Just
Yes,
take
you
a
chill.
take a pill, chill on it. You know.
You just like calm the
mean-
fuck down for a second here.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah, but-
persuasion. Oh, good, another high stat from me.
Disadvantage.
Oh, oof, baby, oof.
Better in your history.
Wow, Lord of mercy.
Yeah.
It's still an improvement.
So as you tell them to calm down, just chill. I think the heart of battle calls. I do not know how you've been chosen if it does not call to you as well. The blood has pounded in my ears for the past 3 days, as every day and every
Hey,
waking moment
listen,
I
man.
fight in
We're
battle.
friends. Calm the fuck down. We're all just tired. Take a breath. And if you want to box about it, let's fucking do it.
Make an
Hold
intimidation
on,
check.
before we box.
Intimidation check. Let it go.
Yeah.
What?
Make an intimidation check at advantage.
There it
That'll
is.
fucking do it.
There it is.
Didn't even
That's
didn't
what the
even
Warchief
need the
did.
advantage. You guys watch as Ulu like basically puffs back at this guy, and you see like the blood, the blood eye kind of like glows almost a little bit with her the passion that Ulu's bringing forward, and you see like he kind of takes a step back, bows and says, "Yes, War Chief, I'm sorry. It has been. I've lived in the bloodlust, and it is hard to put down."
Always remember that a true warrior picks his battlefields and doesn't let his battle be chosen for him. That gives them the advantage.
They
Yes, you clearly know
Yeah,
but I
much
whisper it.
of battle.
I'm sorry, I do magic, and magic. You know magic? That thing that blows 50 people up at a time?
You know to hide and not fight with the strength in your arm.
Oh, shut
Right,
the
'cause I
fuck
got-
up.
I got strength and magic and true
Hey,
warrior.
alright, listen.
Guys, you're talking
guys.
to orcs. Give
I know.
This isn't
like this.
going anywhere.
You're not.
We
You're
all-
trying to.
We all have our different
trying to.
strengths. Some of us are literally stronger than others, but like, the point is,
And I'm just trying to get him to want to go to Kern. God damn it! I'm not just
no,
antagonizing.
I'm not
You're-
talking to you.
you're-
I'm talking
no.
to everybody.
Sorry. You're talking to them. Like you're not speaking the same language. If that's what you're trying to do.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to fucking get there. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to give you their perspective. I'm trying to like just.
Tactics don't always work against meatheads.
It's not even that. No, never mind. You're talking to, like Klingons. You're not gonna. Come on. You gotta
That's why I'm
speak.
trying to point out the tactical advantages of it. That it's not just about the narrow-minded
Bloodskill will
sight
get
that
up
he
from-
has.
Yeah, but
Bloodskill will get up from his chair to the ornery one with the sword.
Burak.
Bloodskill has gotten to the point where he doesn't really care about their names. It's fine.
I know. I'm just in case you wanted to know them.
Hey,
Yes.
look. We brought your war chief here, who is a member of the Dawnforged company like the rest of us.
Yes.
The rest of us, with a few exceptions, have actually communicated with your tribes before, even to the point of drinking that stuff that makes you relive memories.
Who gave you such an honor?
I forget who the chief's name was, but I've been hitting the head a lot. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but much like you, I run into fights.
This I can appreciate. Just. Does anybody
If it-
remember the name of the?
I mean, I could find it in the notes. I'm just trying to.
Sorry. Are you forgetting in character or are you forgetting as player?
Bloodscale is forgetting in character.
Okay. If any of you know the name, just to put my mind at ease. Clearly, I will follow the war chief's orders. And right now, I would take a mouse that would fight alongside us. I was told to calm down. And I am trying, but you are not helping.
I can tell you who I was,
Check
and I can tell you who we were fighting.
Very well.
I was placed in Rarator.
Raudatur. Very well.
We were fighting Shenoth, a corrupted dragon.
Shut off. The bringer of the desert, the corrupted one.
I don't know if you noticed. I've got a bunch of fucking eyes. I've got a bunch of dragons here. We're working on redemption. Just keep let's just not shit talk him at the moment. Trust me.
I was merely referring to him as the title he had earned, the way we have always referred to him. He's more of a legend than an enemy.
Well, hopefully we can get him to be a legend for a different reason as well. A better reason. However, you're accusing the ones that went to Kern, because we saw them there, as abandoning.
Yes, because we told them we needed them to stay, and they abandoned us. That is merely what happened.
I get it.
I am
However-
providing an update to my war chief.
However, us, the Dawnforged company, were the ones who sent word to go to Kern. I understand if you didn't know at the time that your war chief was part of the Dawnforged company. However, we've decided that our final stand will be at Kern because it's far better for a defensive position than this.
War chief, is this your decision? Is this what you wish us, the Orcs, to do? Those of the
Yes,
Desert
it
Star.
is.
Then we will stand with you and we will stand behind you. If you have been chosen and the Blood Eye has chosen a target in a place, we of course will stand with you.
We will be all the mightier for it.
Indeed. And at this point, Urzov has been pretty quiet and kind of observing, and she pops up and what of this place and the people here? How do we get them to Kern?
Magic!
Kidnapping.
And
We've got ideas.
Magic kidnapping.
one of the reasons we stayed was to take a vital asset away from the opposition.
Which was?
Yinogo. The Beast of Butchery is a mighty ally to those who walk in nightmares. To take that away would not only break a mighty ally, but would break the will of the gnolls gathered around it, causing them to fall into disorder, into self-inflicted violence, to take an entire population away. It is another reason we had chosen this place to stay. I only wish to let my war chief know that there was more than just stubborn pride, and more than just choosing death. It was to be a worthy strike. It was one that was chosen, as your colorful friend says. We chose it for a reason.
This thing they're rallying around?
The giant gnoll.
Giant
Yes.
gnoll?
14-foot tall one that he talked about earlier.
Okay.
Oh, so if we
He's-
kill it, then
He makes
move on.
gnolls fight as nothing else in this world. He whips them into fury, them and their giant hyenas. He can even cause those he fights to suffer from a form of madness. He can cause spikes to jump from the ground just by being in his mere presence. Normally, he is not this strong, but with the way that the world is breaking, he has brought his madness with him, and he has come to consume.
that sounds intense. But how tall are these spikes? Tactically speaking, we just need to know, so come up with a battle plan to kill the fuck out of them.
I've seen them usually between 5 and 30 feet tall.
Oh shit. Okay, well that's problematic.
Do we have any sort of kill box funnel that we can lead these in?
We were planning on using the gates, because the gnolls, while numerous, have not been focused as of yet. Each night we have opened the gates to funnel them to us, and it feels as if every one we fell, 3 more replace them. Though we have felled many, countless numbers of gnoll. They seem
Can we
every
make a
gnoll in the
larger
region,
kill box?
larger than
maybe-
the gates of the city.
Oh.
Maybe the gates tunneling down a street and the rest of the side streets are blockaded off.
We can provide the blockade you need to funnel them into this main street, yes.
Well, I'm thinking less meat-based blockade and more structural-based blockade.
Unfortunately,
my
much
head-
of our materials have been used keeping the fires lit to keep our sanity and the darkness at bay.
In my head, I look over at Bloodscale. I'm like, you want to drop another house on some gnolls?
No,
Which
I
was
want to
used to
spit
reach the
every goddamn dragon element I can at them.
Well, I'm saying you do that, and if they're still coming after that, you just drop the, the tower on them.
I might drop the tower on the 14-foot guy. That'd be funny, but
That's what I was thinking.
We also
Like
use the
that-
tower as a barricade if we don't have enough materials. Close off the
Yeah,
side alley.
that too.
so you remember how far my cone of effectiveness for those breaths worked?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quadrupled. Wait, no, even more than that. Sextupled.
So
6
basically,
times 15.
Sex?
you
Yes.
just get over the gate and then
Sex?
maul them
Yes.
before they even go to the gate.
But it's still a cone formation.
Oh my god, what if... Oh, never mind.
So if we funnel them in kind of a line,
Well, like I
I
said,
can just mow them down.
well, like I said, like they're
90
probably
feet?
if they know that the gates are gonna open, they'll start flooding to the entryway, and you could be right there
Yes,
over the
but
gate.
it'll look like a boob.
Boob.
What?
Because when you open the gate, the bunch that rush in the gate, that's the nipple, right? But then they're all crowded around the outside in like a big, like kind of like ovally shape, and it doesn't work like that. It's
You get them
cone.
to, you get 'em to
They'll
come
still be
inside
in
in a
it.
nice...
Not all
long...
of them.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, Bloodscale. You get them in it so that they're so bloodthirsty about being in the city, they pack themselves in even deeper.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
hit as many as possible.
We might need, oh, I don't know, some bait.
There are many brave who would, myself included.
Oh, that was in
volunteer
the
for
brains.
this. Oh, sorry, that's right.
That's,
They
yeah,
kind of. You see, Birek and Urzaf, they kind of look at each other.
oh, sorry, Dawnforged brain stuff. I can act as bait. I'm quick. I'm nimble. I can bleed them right to Bloodscale. I'm very annoying. Ask Viser.
Well, I could piss them off too. I could turn into a giant hyena and basically start nipping at their.
I mean, they already
Do
have
not-
it.
Just
I'm
do not
faster
take-
than you, and I can.
Just-
I'm faster than you, and
Can we just make a corridor of about 100 feet?
Do not
Just
take
a little
a
trick.
hyena form while near the beast.
Oh, that'll mess me up, huh?
Its bloodlust will affect you as well, I fear.
real quick, we just want to fight the big one. We just want him dead. Is that right?
That was our goal, yes.
does he come out?
And what size creature is he? How big is he?
He
So
is
14.
huge.
Okay.
Does he ever show up at the gates?
He has, yes. And it's the time that we have. Every time he shows, we close the gates, because that is how we lost the Lakebreakers champion.
So how about we evacuate as many people as we can right now, and then we'll leave just enough to lay our trap, and then I can shove the rest of y'all through.
You will, War Chief, and he bows as he starts to speak, and then bows. You will need to give them a guarantee of further battle. There are many who have chosen this place, and I fear we've become zealotous in our fight against that which has corrupted the desert, that which has drawn many and killed.
How many civilians are left in the town?
Approximately 15.
What if we just got the civilians out?
I do believe that there are some that would be willing to go. He's merely saying that only the word of the War Chief at this point would break the battle spirit that many are under.
Okay.
I understand that.
How would
I'm
you
just thinking
propose
if we
clearing them
have
out?
a few houses that and a bunch of orcs to dismantle said houses and make the kill box that way before we start evacuating people, that would be helpful. Plus,
Can be done.
if you guys are really that zealotous, A, seeing a bunch of gnolls being destroyed, and then B, having everybody hit the large one at once might not be the worst idea.
I see. If you think that is something we are able to do, I think we can help. There are also two paladins who fight beside us.
Yes, where are they? I want to talk to them.
We're currently at the temple. They help mend wounds more than anything at this point.
I will turn to Ulu. War Chief,
Yes.
do you think you can give the order for everyone to meet at the temple, and we can discuss strategy and tactics with everyone?
Yes. Great idea. Okay. So You and the other one. I'm just kidding. Their names are Bick and Urzoth.
Urzoth and Birak.
Birak. Close enough.
Close.
Just kidding.
Not really close enough. Yeah.
Warchief gave him a nickname already.
Really? So
Listen
we call
here,
him,
Byro.
call him Bick the Brick.
Oh.
The Birak. Okay.
He's the kind of guy who'd be like, very well, then I will fight with bricks, and he'll just get a bunch of fucking bricks, because he's just that kind of nutter butter.
Yeah, fight with those bricks over on that alleyway there, and use the tactic of piling them up.
You know?
Here's some mortar.
So, yeah. Anyway, can you get the others? You said there's 45 of you to meet at the temple tomorrow, so we can talk about strategies.
Yes, War Chief.
Well, hold on. Have you guys been having weird dreams?
Yes, we have.
Kind of a personal question.
Well, we had weird dreams, but unless we're under the Zeal or Akeem, which means tomorrow might not be the best option.
Okay. So maybe not tomorrow.
Maybe
Today?
like in an hour.
Right now? Okay.
And
Yeah.
more than just the
And
orcs.
by
only? Like
Tomorrow?
everybody in town?
I meant in an hour.
It can be done.
Can I
How
add a
many
small
should we
addendum?
leave to
Yes.
watch the walls?
What, everyone in town? Wait, you want them to like...
Just let the civilians know to meet at the temple. However, he is right. There should be a regiment left at each of the guard posts in order to keep them from just breaking him down.
We've.
Probably just a messenger for each would be enough.
I was thinking maybe 5 to ensure, if nothing else, that if they are broken through and chased, there's at least one that makes it. This would leave us, say, 1 in each section, so that'd be 20 short that could be called upon once the plans are made. I'm sure they would not.
How many guard posts or guarded areas are there at the moment? Or patrols? Or
There are. We have pretty much all of our rank moving about in some sort of fashion to make sure that we are not invaded from below and that there is no weaknesses in the walls, but we can reduce them down, like I would say, to 4 stations northeast southwest with 5 apiece would be my recommendation.
Or how about we just take the 3 of your fastest who can read a written decree by the war chief. Maybe one of yours that has some sort of clout around here as well that everyone will listen to, figuring they won't be able to see the war chief.
Very well.
That way we have 4, 1 that could write off on the writ that this is completely legitimate, and 3 runners.
Very well. That can be done as well. Whatever you wish, War Chief, we will make happen.
That would leave us the safest.
That's what we're gonna do.
Very well.
And we will head to the temple and I suppose talk to our paladin friends about getting the civilians on board if there are any of those left.
Yep, I'm gonna go see the paladins.
Hold on, I want to see if I can remember their names. If I remember, I mean...
Look up. So, you guys send runners. Is there anything else you guys wish to do while you're in the shop before we leave Krenzel's?
Is there anything worthwhile taking? Weapons? Stuff that Krenzel left behind?
Krenzel, it's kind of clear. Krenzel didn't leave a ton behind, and you can tell, like, whether it was, arming people for the trip, whether it was, necessity for guard. There wasn't there clearly, like, anything left here is orcish in nature. There's a ton of like orc blades. There's some armor that is made of kind of like more of a bone material that's been treated to be extremely hard rather than a plate mail and sort of thing that you've seen, that kind of similar to what Ulu wears. But there's clearly nothing that Krenzel crafted in here. This is more of a repair station is what it's been used as.
I will, using the bottle to pop out chaos. If you have a method of real quick asking Krenzel if there's anything he needs from his shop, now's the time.
Perfect. You seal it in the bottle, twist the cap as the runes line up, and it disappears. How long do you want to wait? Are you guys gonna wait here? Or you guys, what's the plan?
I want to kind of go ahead to the temple, tell them the plan and everything when I get there, or the gist, and catch up with Astradir and Saruru.
Perfect. Okay. There you go. Both of them. Very nice. So you guys continue out.
Worst case, I can shift back into gas and fly back real quick.
Exactly. Walking through the streets is different. The separation from flying over is gone, and you definitely see that this place has been under siege. There's been. It's weird. There are like corpses of like camels and things that have clearly been thrown over the wall just to screw with the people inside. They're rotting. There's many bites out of them. They've been launched somehow into the city, and broken pieces of houses. Lots of fire.
I would like to, if we're doing an hour, I'd like to ask them where their food stores are, and if they've been having any issues with rot or poison or anything like that in their food.
Urzath would be answering. She's like, well, we have found that there was much stored at the temple and decided it would be easier to use that as a base of operations as far as any of food storage was concerned. There has been... We have not been able to find the source of it, but occasionally we have found meat that is tainted in a way that causes illness.
Well, I guess I'll just go head to the temple and meet you guys there and work on purifying that if the paladins haven't.
The paladins have been seeking it, but it is an expensive thing to do, and we'd rather them keeping our warriors standing and healing their wounds.
That's fair.
So you guys continue to head through the city. Each of the orcs carries a torch, as they don't need to, but there's something about the comfort of the light that keeping that darkness at bay. But you guys continue your way through the city, and you have to go along the outer wall, and it takes a little longer than if you're flying, but you eventually find yourselves coming back to the Church of Gond. It's the clockwork wheel. Almost all of them have been taken down and have been burned, but there are still those that are etched inside of the stone. Because it's a large kind of white sandstone structure with a kind of gold dome that over the top that's just been clearly treated copper. But as you remember, it was the thing you raced to when you guys had your big drunken race. The difference in
I don't remember any of that.
The difference in mood between the last time and this time is heavy to walk with. But eventually you come through the doors. You see that there's been made a kind of like a small medic hospital. There are orcs in many different states of disrepair. Like they're cut open. Some are missing limbs. Some are laid out and can't tell if they're alive or dead. There are some sheets that have been drawn. Or no, there wouldn't be any sheets because they would have to burn them for light. So there are some that are laying that are no way to tell if they're alive or dead, just staring up towards the ceiling. You recognize the forms of Ashthordir and Sorurum. Both of them still wearing their full armor, helmets off at this point.
Shudder. Sarurum. I shout out.
They look up
and
from
I come running.
The patients that they're currently treating. Dawnforged Company. It is good to see you. I did not think that there would be any help coming for this. Have you heard of why are you here? What are you doing?
We're here to help and take you guys to Kern.
You're here to take us to Kern. That's a heavy... it's not a short trip. There are many
I can make it a very short trip. As quick as stepping out the door.
Somehow... I knew you guys would have some sort of trick ready. Something.
So I give Ash a big hug. I'm like, thank you, by the way. Thank you very much for your help earlier. And I hug Sarurum too.
Ashthordir is taken aback. He's like, I didn't help but...
Because he remembers I wasn't touchy.
Yeah, he's kind of... very obviously taken aback by the okay, this is new. Like kind of. I'm pleased to see you as well. And Saroon, you go to hug him. He's like, he holds up his hand. Nah, we're good.
I'll go
A
over to
handshake instead.
Yeah.
He gives you
A
a
handshake instead.
nice firm handshake. He gives you back.
And I kind of like repeat thank you and kind of like do a half bow with my head. And I'm like, you have no idea how much your help helped us and helped me take back my family home. I just want to express appreciation for you guys helping me back there.
You did. You were able to do it then. That is incredible. That is wonderful news.
So it's time for us to return the favor. And we have a plan to get everyone out of here and to kill the big bad of the area so the gnolls disperse instead of congregating elsewhere.
Well,
and everybody's going to meet here while we talk about it.
Well, let us know what we can do to help, because we kind of both assumed we were going to die here, so if we're not with all of you here and as confident as you sound, maybe that doesn't have to be the end of us.
We need you to heal up everybody up well enough to walk around ably. Because I can create a gateway from a tree to another tree. So I will plant a tree here that we can use to transport all the civilians and some of the orcs straight to Kern.
That sounds almost too good to be true, but I will not.
But we got to move everybody as fast as possible through there so we can get as many of you through there as possible. There'll be plenty for you to do there as well. We've been fighting on that front for a while.
Excellent. Then
I've got some limited healing, so I can help as well. If you guys
perfect.
are running short.
If
Also,
Same here.
we do have them
I have
sort
a
of
question.
organized with the lighter wounded, kind of the wounds go from difficulty to treat from, and he kind of points it from almost left to right coming in through the door. It's not elegant, but it is somewhat effective.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
Has anyone in the temple been having weird dreams?
Yes, we all have experienced.
Cool, so the temple's not strong enough to block those out. Great.
It is not. Even if each night we pray and wish to find freedom from it, but gods, while able to give us power, have not been able to overcome this new darkness that pushes in.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, there is a way around that at Kern.
Having any relief from it would indeed be wonderful. But, alright, let's get to work. So, would you say you have limited healing, and those of you who wish to heal, what's the plan like? How soon do we need to get these orcs mobile?
Yes, we need to get them mobile. I would say as soon as possible.
As soon as possible, okay.
We can also probably do with some of the
'Cause
more
I'm
able-bodied assisting the less able-bodied as quickly as possible as well.
Yeah.
How many wounded are in here, Ty?
There's about 12 wounded.
Okay. Looking
You
around,
do
is this
recognize
something
there's
that...
about 13 that are clearly dead, that have died waiting. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to ask if there were... how many I could get moving with a low-level healing hands and cure wounds.
I'd say about... so there are many that have been clearly... you would recognize, any of the healers would all recognize this, that the magical healing has been spent. There are people who are wrapped and traditionally treated as far as medicine goes. So you probably get 4 or 5 moving with just even a minor amount of magic. The other the rest would take a little bit like higher level, more than level 1. Like, but if you a few level 2s and like a couple level 3s, you could probably get those who are not gone.
Loser, I'm gonna work with you on this one. Hang on.
I think. Hold on before you go for that. Your spells have more utility. This stuff is from Akani, from the rod, and my healing hands. I can only use it for healing. If you got spell slots for other stuff, I think I can get a majority of these guys.
Well, what I'm saying is I could do a mass cure wounds and get 6 of the least injured who just need a little bit of healing healed, and then you can focus on the rest.
Isn't a mass cure wounds a pretty good amount of healing? Would that help the
3d8 plus my spell casting ability?
Yeah,
so that's essentially a 3rd level cure wounds. That might get the really bad ones, and then I can get the low level ones.
Okay, so I'll focus on the bad ones with the mass cure wounds first, and then you come around with the rest, yeah?
Perfect.
That sounds good to me.
Sounds good.
Perfect. So 6 and 6, nice, good.
Oh, did that even roll anything?
It did not. So just roll 3d8 at your spellcasting modifier. Ouch.
Whoa.
You ever hiccup backwards?
Beautiful.
All right. Yeah, more than enough. Oh. Sorry. 1 second, everybody. We'll be right back. My wife is calling me, which is kind of weird. So 1 second. And we're back. Okay, so sorry about that. Baby needed wrapped up and put to bed. So we're back now. All right, so what do you guys want to do next? Okay, so we just cast Mass Cure Wounds and went through. Should be 5 uses of. Mic issues. Mike is having mic issues, so we'll give him a second since he's going to be the one with his 6. Yes, we've started. Yes, we've started. You motherfuckers. Yes, I saw the only thing in chat that while I was gone. Oh Lord, have we started yet? Y'all are good. None of you. That's great. All right. But so mark off 6 uses. You can use Cure Wounds, 1 lay on hands or anything for these minor wounds to get everybody up and rolling. And then anything else?
I'm gonna be vocal that it's a Kadi.
Oh yeah, no, Orcs don't care. Orcs, you see a lot of them are just like the instant they see the spark and they see, they look at you like that's weird, but then almost all of them immediately grab the weapon which is just by their side. Some of them still have their weapons in hand, and clearly not wanting to let them go, standing, just kind of give you a nod. Like a few of them are like, "Thank you once again. I can return to the fight."
That's great. Hold off though. We're meeting here in like 34 minutes, 35 minutes. So take a breather, get a drink of water, hydrate. Hydration is important for battle. Don't be running out there all dehydrated.
Maybe say hi to your war chief.
Ulu be praised.
You are silly.
Like that a lot.
And then they kind of like walk past you over to Ulu, because Ulu, you notice after all of them are kid, they get up and they start to kind of like look around, and all of them clock you with the blood eye, and all just kind of started making like a half circle around you, all still standing, all weapons in hand, all just kind of just waiting for you to say anything.
Thanks for showing up so fast.
I think we found our runners.
Oh,
They're all kind of they're all kind of they're just kind of standing, kind of waiting. They're kind of looking pretty intense. You need runners, War Chief?
Yes.
Where shall we run?
Guys, where are they running to again?
We gotta do the meeting first before we send them out to let the rest of the orcs know.
We shall be ready.
Don't worry, I can serve as tactical counsel. It's fine.
And
It's
then,
like the one thing my brain's good at.
slowly, the room begins to fill. You recognize a few people. Like I said, the innkeeper, the half orc, who with the ridiculous voice. I recognize. You also is their name? I forgot their name all of a sudden. Oh yeah, you recognize the shopkeeper Gink, for Gink's Gift from Gond, the magical store owner who originally tied notes to Bloodscale when he couldn't remember.
oh yeah.
You give him a small wave.
She gives you a wave back. Another half orc. And then other than that, there's there's a few, about 10 guard left. Their uniforms have been just beat to crap by this point. They're like there's almost no tabard left that isn't almost completely stained in blood. You notice there's something strange about theirs. They seem to have painted on like these small sigil, like things that look like almost like a little spot of fire or like light on their tabards, and they're all of them have different number of those that have been painted over the now blood red dyed tabard that they wear. But eventually you see about 60 people all gathered and waiting. What would you like to do?
Alright, who wants to do the talking, or else I can do it?
I mean, shouldn't the war chief do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys know my great skill with making speeches. You may remember 5 minutes ago when that guy was really mad because I told him to calm down.
I think it really worked when you were a dick to them. I'm gonna pat her on the shoulder and cast guidance.
To the orcs, yes. To the civilians, might be a bad idea.
Oh, that's a good point. So vary it. A little bit of both.
I'm not great at talking, but I will. Also, if War Chief here wants to just declare me the tactical advisor, so that way the orcs will listen to me, that might help.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Like this dragon type fellow over here is a tactical advisor and should be considered an honorary orc. We'll go with
That works, I suppose.
You see, kind of looks at each other and a few nods as it goes through.
All right. Some of you know us from last time we came through here. Some of you might have seen us when we actually hung out with the Windscar Orcs and had that weird
Remember,
vision crest.
the chief kind of snuck you in and out, so you would know that like nobody really
Oh,
recognized.
see, Bloodscale did.
So okay, that's fair.
But he was about to name the chief this time, so it's fine. We went on a vision quest due to Druk.
There's murmurs as you say Druk's name.
We are the Dawnforged company. Your war chief is a part of us. In fact, if I remember correctly, your war chief was sent out to find us because of all the shit that was hitting the fan.
that is correct.
We were the ones who sent out message to amass at Kern, that Kern would be our stand. I understand the reasoning why you stayed. Most of you. We actually do agree that this large, maniacal kobold should be taken down as to not be a future threat. We do have a plan of attack which requires making a funnel into the walls of the city so we can make a kill box to kill as many kobolds and hopefully this giant one as quickly as possible. We will need help constructing this. Go ahead.
I was gonna say while you're describing it, I feel like pictures are better.
What were you doing? Sorry, it broke up. You said "I'll," and then it.
Sorry, while he's doing this, I'm going to draw it on a map. I feel like pictures might be better with this group. Apologies for interrupting there.
That makes perfect sense, and I appreciate it. If we can lure as many kobolds into this corridor, and hopefully the large one as well, I am confident that we can take down many of them quickly. However, this corridor has to be constructed, and positions have to be taken up along the corridor to stop anybody from hopping over it. I do not suggest entering the corridor, as there will be a large amount of magic being shot straight down the corridor.
Some murmuring, but general sounds of agreeing.
Our current plan is evacuate as many citizens as possible via magic. Therefore, they do not even have to leave the city walls. It will be safe and rather instantaneous travel. You will need to move fast to get as many through as we can, as this will last about roughly 6 seconds. However, we can prepare, get everybody ready, and make this happen. The transport will be directly to Kern. Kern will be notified of your arrival before arrival. Also at Kern is a countermeasure for the weird-ass dreams.
And when you say dreams, there's a big murmur among the audience.
This is a passive countermeasure. You will not have to actively do anything. In fact, mere minutes after you arrive at Kern, if you wish to sleep, that is an option. Kern, again, is going to be our major stronghold in this struggle. We, the Dawnforged Company, do actually have plans to take care of the greater disruption in the world. However, we need to make sure Kern is as steadfast as possible, and we can only do that with your help.
I'll kind of start nodding, and then we're gonna have to pause for just 1 second. I apologize. I'll be right back.
Welcome back to Chill the Fuck Out, brought to you by Ulu. Ulu is our sponsor for today. Let's read some ad copy real quick.
Ain't paid for shit.
Yeah, that's the message. Weird.
Doing the best I can while trying to limit my intelligence at this.
Oh no! At some point, you're going to look behind you, and after the very detailed
not know that there's a map behind him.
After the very detailed city street drawing, there's just like a stick figure of a fat tree with a bunch of people with swords and axes running through it, and then an arrow over to some dwarves by rectangles that are probably buildings.
Sorry about that. Okay, I'm back. You hear a voice from the back and like, what are we gonna like build like fires or something to keep them going where you want them to go?
Uncle Vatrid! What? What? What?
Yeah, that was
Can I see who's yelling that?
Yeah, it's Rolf, the innkeeper.
I remember that guy.
I remember that guy too. So I won't make fun of his voice. Fires, walls, anything we can do, be it physical or magic based, I do not care. We're not planning on staying in Vernder for much longer. I understand that we were ripping down things in order to keep fires going. This plan makes it so you don't have to keep the fires here going much longer. So if that means we can funnel some resources into building physical walls or fires blocking any and all exits from said corridor, that should be fine.
Well, so it sounds like, once we get these things built, we can just get the hell out of here.
Again, civilians, yes. If the orcs or any warriors wish to stay to assist with taking down the giant kobold, that's fine too.
No.
You all have fun with that.
Well, it's a giant dog thing. Thanks, Eric.
You know good.
Not the regular gnolls.
Irregular gnolls.
Mm-hmm.
Irregular Gnolls. That's my name of my terrible garage band.
It's also a very popular song back in Kern.
Irregular Gnolls. Irregular Gnolls. All right. Perfect. So you with that, they all kind of there's a bit of murmur, and you see people, and then there's one of the orcs. It's hard to tell which one. Shouts, "If it is the word of the war chief, then it is one that we shall follow. Sapildi!" And they all start to turn out, and they just start charging out the door. All the orcs do.
We haven't discussed which... Guys, have we discussed which... Oh. Map.
Yeah, I took initiative, and I'm not really sure the name of the streets. I just kind of made a street. I don't know where they're going.
Are they running in a specific direction?
I would have. I assumed you were using the gates, so you would have.
I did draw the gate. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, but aren't there multiple gates? Which gate are they going to?
There's one main gate that they're going to.
Okay.
I wrote, the main gate. See, I wrote it right here.
Yeah, because there's like a main gate from the desert that kind of collects everybody as they come in from their travels, and that's where you hit like the bazaar and everything. The instant you hit town, so you can get whatever you need. Also, kind of strategic, so you buy more than you really need because you're so thirsty and hungry at the end of it. And then
did any of the runners
feeders. Go ahead.
Did any of the runners that we asked for look like they weren't going to the gate immediately?
No, every orc looked like they were headed out the door. The runners haven't left yet because they were ready for destruction and they haven't been given a specific one to them.
Oh, okay, great. Well, as tactics advisor, I'm just going to advise the runners to quickly pass the word. I was hoping to get somebody to write off on this too, other than just a war chief they haven't seen.
I will swear by your testimony that I have seen the war chief and she bears the blood eye.
I mean, that's all we can do. Just let everybody who is guarding other stations know when shit starts exploding, because they should hear it's going to be loud, they should be able to hear it going off, then they can start making their way there. I would say give it a few minutes. Well, I don't know how fast we're going to have to dip after killing this thing. Zephyr, are you going to plant the tree in front of the temple?
I figured that's probably the best spot for it.
And our fallback point is in front of the temple. Once they hear everything going off, once the kobold... Gnolls, there we go. Start to disperse to make it to the main gates, then they can come to the temple.
So, real quick, if we're able to not use any of the rings to make the kill box or whatever, we might be able to use those as a barricade as we all turn into gas forms to get the hell out and dodge. Give us that minute we need.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea.
How long does it take to get the tree to turn back into a staff? Is that like a real quick thing, or is that like a long thing?
It's an action.
I believe it's an action, yeah.
The whole 6 seconds.
I read it, but she's...
There's so many specific things that take 6 seconds around here.
Yes,
It's weird.
it's an action for her
get
to
it
turn the
versus-
staff into a tree and then back.
Yep.
Is
Yeah.
another action.
Alright, well...
So I can just leave the tree posted up.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Well, we need to grab your staff and turn into gas and then leave, so I just wanted to make sure.
well, I can do that after, yeah. Easy.
Yeah, so those walls we can definitely keep them at bay while you grab the staff and gas up, because it takes you a minute to change into your gaseous form.
Right.
Trust me, bro, I don't need a minute to gas up. Woo!
I went to Taco Bell. All right.
God damn it.
So, the runners all kind of give a quick nod, and then you notice as every orc gets close to the chief, they give her like this, like kind of like this like chest poundy salute almost as they walk by. As they
The guy's gonna open his wound back up. Ugh.
and as the orcs kind of file out, and you see there's like a few very tired looking like kind of civilians who have been like a lot of them have like tiny binoculars around their wrapped around their chest, and you see a few of the guard kind of looking around them like, and those of us who aren't orc, what should we be doing?
How many of you are there?
There's like 5. Oh no, there'd be 7 guards left, and they have, like I said, like
Well, guards and the civilians.
oh, so there's 7 guards and then 8 civilians. That's 15.
So if we get 5 more, that's a trip we could send them through the tree right away.
Yeah.
Before the last of the orcs leave, can I wave them down?
The
like-
orcs, all of them, or
No, just one. Just like, come
Oh,
on,
yeah.
come back. Why don't you
yeah,
come
can
back?
grab one.
I know you guys are prideful as fuck about this. However, the most wounded will just fall and possibly become corrupted. Grab the ones that are the most wounded and bring them back.
5
They're-
of the most wounded.
They're needed for the battle in Kern.
Very well.
Good recovery, Uza.
Yeah, I mean, I've dealt with orcs a little bit. They named me, taught me their language, stole from me. You know, The huge.
The huge.
Little things.
And he just says, yeah, and he just, with that order, he's just nods and leaves.
Yep, that's good order. That way we have enough to do a full trip through the tree.
Yep.
How many of those do you have in you?
I can do it twice. Twice more before a rest.
And then I can do the third one, and we'll turn into to gas, and then run away.
So.
Can we be hurt in our gas forms?
Yes, you can.
Yes.
Yeah. That's
why you fly high.
like?
So here's the problem.
I can fly twice as high.
Here is the problem. It'll take about 3 to get everyone, if all the orcs survive.
Mhm.
Get everyone from this town to Kern,
Mm-hmm.
not including us.
Right, because we're gonna grab the staff and leave the way we came in another tree.
But there won't be a way to cast it.
We can
Do
always
it twice.
Yeah, I can cast it twice to get the
40.
rest of the town. Yeah, because there are only 40 people here, right?
There are 60 people there.
Oh, shit.
Yes, there are about 40 orcs.
Orcs.
Okay, so I only have enough to get 40 through the portal.
And then Visair can get. Does that include another windwalk?
So Windwalk lasts 8 hours, but that does
Yeah,
not include
if
another
we do
Windwalk.
it-
That would be a Visair using his wish for teleport via plants for 60 people out of Kern.
Okay.
If we
Leaving-
do this
so-
quick enough, we can use Windwalk to get us back to the forest.
But getting back to the forest does nothing if we can't teleport again.
It does. We can hide out there while they ransack the town and buy us enough time because they might not see us leave.
But we
We can
can't
get a
rest
long
out
rest.
here due to the dreams. There's no guarantee we will get a rest. This has happened to us before.
That's true. What about the? Has the tent?
The
That
tent's
got
not
left behind
different?
in Kern.
Fuck.
Yeah, the
Fortress
tent's
wouldn't
now
do anything for dreams.
Time to look.
You know, I had dreamless. Wait, didn't I? Didn't I have dreamless sleep with that sleeping potion I got?
You were under the Zeal of Rakim every time you took it.
Shit, so there's no guarantee that would work. I might just get trapped in a nightmare.
Do we still have that? No, we used it for the dragon. Okay.
You said I can go up to an 8th level spell, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Just doing a little research.
Well, upcasting teleport via plants does nothing, and I don't think there's a bigger teleport.
I don't think that's what he's thinking. I think I know what he's thinking.
I don't know what I'm thinking.
Oh, wait a minute. What about the fucking thing that the mayor did? The gate spell.
Gateway?
Can you just gate?
Level 9 spell.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were thinking. But
Fucking mayor.
Okay, but we all see the problem here, right?
We need to either leave people behind or risk taking a rest. So we need to risk taking a rest.
Yeah, we gotta risk taking a rest.
But
Well-
what we can do is not all of us need to rest. We
Maybe
can have
I
some
can
of us.
try resting.
Wait, is it... No, never mind. Never mind.
Maybe if I just try resting and everybody else stays up, right? Because then if I get out of control or something happens, you're not outnumbered.
The problem is we've rested under this and not gotten the rest.
Ooh. What about? Do we have anything that can allow us to plane shift to a secure location?
Zarek.
I know
What's
some already passed it, but we have to have a golden I have a golden tuning fork from the Abyss.
Yeah, and time flowed differently when we were there.
Oh, hold on a second. So, is there a limit of people on plane shift?
There
or is
is.
it a time frame? Okay.
Nope. Plane shift is
Up
I
to
think
8
it's
willing
8.
creatures.
Zarek does have the runes to plane shift to his home. He has a.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think that's what he was trying to say.
We could do that instead of the abyss. That'd be lovely.
Yeah, but
it is 9 total people.
Yeah,
but where
it doesn't help us.
Where were we when? No, that would help us.
Yeah, because then
We could get everybody through the tree. We wouldn't even have to shift into gas. We would just plane shift out.
And then because just plane shift us out. That's right.
Which of the planes was time moving differently in? We can't afford to waste a week in a different plane.
The abyss definitely. I don't know if limbo moved any different.
Zark, do you know? You're master.
Limbo was where we just were.
Zarek,
that we came out of it.
Oh wait, Zarek, as a native of the, you would know that time matches material plane time, as long as you're within, as long as you're close enough to a mass that is large, like a large landmass, because time is relative to what you're near, and you would know that at your monastery it is relatively close to the same amount of time as the material plane.
If we use plane shift to go to Limbo and rest there, we would not even necessarily need to rest there, because if I use the staff to cast, I could plane shift us there and immediately plane shift us
back to
the material plane, and we would not lose any time.
But would we make it back to Kern?
Well, if we rest in Limbo, then I can cast the tree thing again.
You have to be on the same plane for tree stride.
Yeah,
I know, but like when we go back, I mean...
We could plane shift back to the material plane and then...
Doesn't plane shift take you to a specific place on the
It just says, you and up to 8 willing creatures who link hands in a circle are transported to a different plane of existence. You can specify a target destination in general terms, such as the City of Brass on the elemental plane of fire, or the Palace of Disruptor on the 2nd level of the 9 Hells. You may appear in or near that destination.
So we can probably stay...
If you have the attuned metal rod, the forked metal rod, that's attuned to that plane of existence. If you don't have the rod, you can use the sigil sequence of a teleportation circle.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so if we go...
At least as I read it.
Back?
Yes. That's... Sorry, this is out of character. This is more to the DM. Do we have a way of making it directly to Kern? Or would there have to be a side pop-in? Like last time, because we knew the runes to the windmill for Akati.
Yep, you'd have to do a side pop-in.
Is there any way to get the runes for Kern? Can we ask Alcaeus?
I don't think there are runes for Kern. They don't.
There are none.
Can he send a little fork through the bottle?
Not through the bottle.
It's only messages.
Gotcha.
Well, we can... Problem is, we don't even know if that windmill's standing. Or if it's guarded now.
Yeah.
Well, and we'd still have to get from there to Kern, which we did by plant travel.
Yeah, I can do the plant travel.
Well, yeah.
So if we just me to a forest...
No, what we would do is... We would have to rest in Limbo.
Yes.
Then you turn us into gas again.
Yes.
Then we plane shift again.
Yes.
Immediately go gas and get the fuck to a forest.
Yes. And it doesn't matter which forest we end up in, just so long as I can get us to one with the bigger... Well, you know, that doesn't even matter either. I can just use my staff,
wait a
guys.
minute.
No, because then you have to leave your staff behind.
Hold on. Alright, so... what if... Okay, so we no longer need to cast the other gaseous form if we do the plane shift, right? So we can use that spell slot to get another...
Gaseous form is 8 hours. We still have it.
Yeah, it's already
Okay.
cast,
There's no other cast.
So we have 2 transport via plants and then
a wish.
If someone else can do transport via plants, or we can figure that out, I can use planar shift to get us to Kern because I don't require the material components using the wish spell.
Oh shit.
We don't have another way of doing transfer via plants.
Oh shit.
We would have to rest.
Alright, see if there's anyone in the city. Are there any spellcasters in the city?
What we could do is leave. I cast one now, and then we get rid of, the guards, the most wounded, and all that. And then I sleep, or I attempt to sleep, before we engage the knoll. And then I get my spells back, and then I can...
Still missing where we've slept under this before and not gotten a full rest.
Yeah, and you run the risk of coming out crazy, or like I was earlier, going into a fight with this thing.
Is there any...
There's a chance you don't get your spell slots back, or any HP at all, if you take a long rest.
Is there any healing spell that can give the effects of a full rest and restore spell slots to a caster? Because if it's level 8 or lower, I could just cast that on Zephyr.
Not that I know of. Let me look.
Dang.
I got it. You maze yourself. No, I'm just kidding.
I think resting in limbo is going to be our best option here.
So far, yeah.
And then trying to make our way back to Kern. If we go gas before we come back to the material plane and we shoot for Kern, or nearby, we can just fly into Kern.
Well, there's a tree in Kern that you've transported to before.
Yeah.
It's
I'm talking about plane shifting.
The only place for plane shift that we know...
Oh, after that, I'll have another wish and can get us back to Kern if we're resting.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't think you have to...
About the extra 20 people that aren't going to be able to go through the...
No, we're going to have your 2 and the wish.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
And that way you can keep your staff. And then after the fight, or whenever we need to, we plane shift out to Limbo. We rest at Limbo, which hopefully is not going batshit crazy as well. It wasn't last time we were there, but things could change.
Another option too, if we're unsure about Limbo, we could go to the elemental plane of air.
Do you have an anchor there?
I have all the stones for the runes to go there that we pulled from the windmill.
Perfect.
Yeah, you pulled the sigils both ways.
Yep.
Yeah. So it might be difficult getting you guys a place to lay down, because it's air, but
I wouldn't mind sleeping on a cloud.
I would also
there's a city there.
Does anybody just know the teleport spell?
I mean,
I'm sure it would be
I do.
convenient. Oh
Well,
shit! Yeah, because that's
transport
unlimited.
people,
Without using up the wish.
Yeah.
Just on wish, yeah.
So after
Hold on, doesn't that just
rested,
do a bunch of people?
it does. It does.
9 people.
9 people.
Oh, 9.
But it was one of those. If after you came back to the material plane after a rest, you could wish yourself back to Kern using that easily.
Is mouse teleport a spell?
Nope.
Right?
I mean, we
bet
could,
you
but at
could
the
wish
same
it to
time,
be.
that would blow a wish.
Yeah.
Literally the most powerful thing in our arsenal, when going gas and rushing for a fucking tree might be easier.
That's true.
Oh, we still don't have the spell to... Yeah, or for the next day. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Ty, question. The
Yeah.
sigils that I pulled for the air elemental plane, did that pop us out last time we went through near that city? Where the Dukes of Wind hang out? The city whose name I always forget?
Aka. AAQA. No, it was pretty far away from there. It was specifically this. It was almost like a... It was basically set up as this floating disc that was a meeting with the prince.
Oh, yeah.
I actually have
to
another
only go
reason
there.
why we should choose Limbo over the air elemental plane. The Azure Guard is currently at Kern, so we don't know how well protected the air elemental plane is right now.
That's a solid point. Now I'm starting to question that decision that I made. Yeah, no, Limbo seems the way to go. I just wanted to give an option.
You just want to go to the plane air because you love it there. It's all good.
It's nice, but I think you guys would love it.
Okay,
Well,
so
I mean, not Mesnos. He fell for a pretty long time last.
He's got wings. now, it's
tree,
good.
send through the civilians and the current guards. Take your staff back so you can use it in battle.
Lane shift.
Well, no. Then tree, send back everybody that we can that survives the battle. For all we know, 20 are gonna fucking die in this goddamn battle anyways. It's not gonna be a problem. Or some will volunteer to stay behind so the war chief can make it. We don't know. These are options. If we have to, because Wish is going to be the last of the transport via plants.
Yeah.
And we'll determine how many of everybody can fit at that time. And if we have to, Zarek plane shifts us to Limbo. We rest. Hopefully get a rest. Plane shift back. Gas all the way to a tree. Tree to Kern.
Okay.
Yep. And we let LKs know what's going on the whole time.
I am popping a note in the bottle right now going, hey, we got people coming through the tree.
Okay, perfect.
Well, and
I'm also
make
looking
sure
for a note whether Krenzel wanted anything from his house.
And we want to make sure to keep him updated as we go, so that if time's passing super fast, like we're aware.
Perfect. There is a note from Krenzel. It just says that there's some dream steel of the Felicag hidden underneath the forge. If it's of any use to you, go and you can have him.
I'm going to look around and go, I'm going to gas and go grab that real fast. That would be really important right now. Any objections?
I'll go with you. I know how to find. I didn't find that shit with a 20. Okay, no, that's fine. I didn't look under the forge. It was warm. I didn't want to burn my fingies.
It was hidden by a master craftsman. It was a 30 DC.
That's fair. That's fair.
Everybody fine with that plan? Yeah. Both plans?
Okay. Perfect. So you guys pop into gaseous
Tactics
form.
advisor, go!
So you two pop into your gaseous forms after a minute and take off towards Krenzel's shop. And sure enough, under the forge, the seemingly it's strange that you would craft anything into a forge that because of the extreme heat, but you're able to find and it's kind of described in the letter, and it's even it being described, it takes you a second to kind of find the proper places, because it looks like it's just kind of it's just a bunch of bricks, like there's nothing to it. But then you see, like, after you pointed out, there's certain like fingerprints on certain bricks that just look like imperfections, and then you eventually like put like 4 over here in a weird pattern, and then you put over here, and then all of a sudden it like gives forward and then pops out, and like this hidden drawer pulls forward to you, and you see about 2 pounds of Felicag.
Oh, neat.
Can I... Uza, do you mind?
No, last time I did that, a demon lived inside me.
That's true. I'm just gonna take the axe, which is part fucking dream steel anyways.
Mm-hmm.
And alright, every fucking dragon, let's focus on this, because this thing takes will. Let's add it to the axe.
Are you just adding it to the axe's mass, or are you trying something specific, or?
I'm trying to make... I need to do the phrasing on this, or else this gets oddly sexual.
Are we not doing phrasing anymore?
I'm trying to make the handle sturdier.
Okay.
With a spike at the bottom end.
Okay.
And the blade itself, like, larger vertically, and the spikes coming off the back of the dragon's head on the back to elongate a bit. I'm trying to actually will it into improving the axe, not just straight mass.
Okay. Give me a wisdom check.
Do the dragons help at all?
They lowered the DC.
There was a guidance in there too.
Oh, guidance.
Hold on, I gotta scroll all the way down to C before I say words. That's pretty good for me.
Not bad.
Nice.
A dirty 20. So you watch as the...
Rolled a 15. I'm not using luck on this. That's the best I can do.
You see the Felicag pull to the blade, You see it pulls back the spikes added, both the lengthening on the back. You see the blade itself, almost a new shimmer blade over the front of it. And you see the spike at the bottom that you were willing into come. They pop in, but it's instead of just spikes, they're metal dragon tails at the bottom of it that all come out and start to spike around. Not exactly sure what it's done, but it's done something.
That's perfectly fine by me, because that went way better than I was expecting Dreamsteel to go.
Went a lot better than it went for either of us last time.
I'm just gonna, since I have all the dragons, I'm just gonna look at all the heads on the back of the thing and like, you guys like? That's good?
The eyes kind of flutter in with...
Question.
Yeah.
Will teleportation circle work?
Teleportation.
You cast a spell, you draw on a 10-foot diameter circle on the ground, inscribed with sigils linked to your location. Obviously, this would be for the wish, so that would cover that.
Yeah.
Sigil, you know, in the plane, a shimmering portal opens within the circle you drew and remains open till the end of your next turn. It says...
You have to have a destination circle to go, is the problem.
Yeah. Would the wish spell cover that?
No.
No, it would...
Why not?
Because it doesn't... It wouldn't... It creates the the spell...
Sigil you know and is on the same plane of existence as you? Could I get that sigil from Zarek?
So that's not Zarek's. The one that he knows is on a different plane of existence. That's why he needs plane shift.
And the one that we know on the material plane is that windmill.
Exactly.
It doesn't automatically create sigils where you're going.
Okay, well, could we get a lot more people through here then, since it's a 10-foot diameter circle? We could have a bunch of people. We could. I mean, we should be able to get.
We wouldn't have anywhere to send them.
That's the problem.
Yeah, they would end up at the old Eyrie.
Yeah, there's no receiving circle in Kern, which is a totally separate spell.
Ask Alcaeus if we can make one or something.
We have some time. You can create a permanent teleportation circle by casting the spell in the same location every day for 1 year.
Yep.
Yeah, but like we don't know where anywhere has teleportation circles. Like we haven't even asked. We just decided.
That's fair. I mean, it could
but
be worth asking them if they have one.
You can pop a message in the bottle.
Okay. Yeah,
we might get lucky. I mean, it's a major dwarven city with magical prowess. They might have one.
We can save even one casting of transport via plants. It makes our lives easier.
We're not saying it's a good idea. It's just saying there are factors that could cause this not to work easily. But it's fine.
Yeah. I just feel like we're shutting things down before we're doing them. Is all.
So they both are the same 10-foot door, and both are for 1 round. So it's 6 of 1. Like both teleportation circle and transport via plants, they're both the same effect. So they're both the exact same amount of people that you can get through. So it's
one's on the ground though. One's they have to run through. The 10-foot circle on the ground, you'd be able to have at least 10 people on it, and then around the outside be able to move a little faster. That's all I was thinking to try and get this thing.
Honestly, it being static makes less people because it's basically whoever's on there and then it goes. Whereas the transport via plants is open and you guys are shoving as many people as you can through it.
Teleportation circle, think like the Star Trek teleporter pad, except you also have to to another pad. You can't teleport down like an away team.
Yeah, so it's a good idea, but it's actually less effective than transport via plants, just with the way that it's specific of it, teleporting just whoever's standing there. Where it's a 10-foot door for people to run through for plants, allowing you guys to get more people through, just with everybody moving so fast in D&D.
And again, the plane shift thing is only if we run into an amount of people that's more than we can transport. Again, we might lose some orcs during this. There might be some orcs wanting to stay behind so that the war chief can go through.
Yeah.
Good point. If we're not very effective, then we don't have to transport as many people.
Yeah, because then it's just fucking bail.
You know?
It is worth noting as well that in order to pull this off, you spellcasters are going to have to be very
conservative
with your use of your spell slots.
Some of you may die. It's a sacrifice that I am willing to make.
Well, as long as Zephyr keeps her 2 for transport via plants, and this doesn't take longer than 6 to 5 hours now, We still have ways out. Zarek can still do a plane shift. I doubt you're going to use your 9th level Vice Air. So
Yeah.
I was not being... Calm down.
No, I'm just like, we got it. Everybody, let's go. The next thing. Let's do it.
Okay.
That's
perfect.
perfectly fine. We got a plan. We've sent the runners. Do we have the injured orcs back?
So yeah, all the injured orcs are back into service. You have your runners going back, and everybody else has just dedicated themselves to running and making this barricade.
All right. Here, just for simplicity's sake, I'll grab one of the runners and just ask, do you have any high-level spellcasters among your ranks?
We do not. There are the Eyes of Grunch. They are magical. I can send some your way, if you wish.
Do any of them know, like, mobility magic, going far away?
They know war magic.
So that's probably a no. Okay. Don't worry about it. Leave them on the lines.
Very well.
In fact, we'll probably need them by the corridor to also heavily blow some shit up.
They can summon magical spears to fight alongside us.
I mean, sending spears through the corridor would be cool. Just look at the two paladins. You guys are pretty tapped, right?
We have a few things left, but yes, that is correct. We are running quite low. It is, I have my cantrips, Eldritch Blast, Green Flame Blade, and Ray of Frost, and then my Pact magic, since I do not need to sleep. But, Sorurum, unfortunately, what do you have left, friend? I have my Ring of Telekinesis and 1 3rd-level spell.
How far away does that ring work?
It's pretty good. It's 60 feet.
It's not good enough.
Sorry.
I was hoping it was farther so you could slam the gate behind a giant asshole, but...
I mean, I can. And I can run.
Yeah, you can be off to the side.
That's...
You can be off to the side.
No, I'm just saying, if anybody gets to run away to bait people in or slam them into a trap, I call dibs. Damn it.
Yeah, I'm just saying telekinesis is a bit stronger than your bird arms in case, you know, that gate's really full of fucking gnolls.
No, that's a good point.
I mean, do you want to use it?
I don't
tune to it.
I can't.
Require attunement?
Yes.
Oh, I guess I could give up something cool for an hour or two.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine.
How does the gate work here? I should ask that before I start volunteering very passionately.
There's 2 large doors that open outwards. You would have known this. You would have seen they're 2 large kind of brass doors.
Is there a mechanism or is it push?
It's push. They have rolls. They have kind of like there's wheels on the bottom that make it a little easier, but yeah, it's
okay.
They're meant to be locked and barred in times of need.
Well, if we have Sarurum at a vantage point above and off to the side of the corridor.
Envisioning
a roof.
Or just a high window. Do you think you can use your ring to close that gate?
Yes.
And then run your ass back to here?
I think I can do that.
Without dying?
In these days, it is not... Knowing whether you're going to die or not is a luxury I wish I had.
you not to die.
So do
Asher, will you go with him?
I can go with him. I will make sure that he makes it back.
You two make a good team, so...
We have for a while, anyway. Alright, then. So I suppose we'll need to find a ladder to get you under a roof, you heavy... And then they kind of nod to each other and start heading out. And then you guys find yourselves
alone inside of the Temple to Gond. The orcs.
Well, have we sent anybody yet through tree?
No, nobody's been sent through trees or anything at this point. Yes.
Okay. Let's get as many as we can on the first trip.
So it's 9:30. So we're gonna go ahead and just kind of wrap up with you guys standing. Just this breath of silence.
Popping a message in the bottle, just prepping them for arrivals through the owl tree.
Bottle being sent. And we'll go and pick up here next time to find out how the hell we gonna pull this up. No, with the Dawnforged company. Yeah. Bye, everybody. We will see you next time.